Lágbára o. Ó ní agbára. Ìwọ kíní yóò lè stress me. I wasn't even ready for this. Okay, so I manage it being known as it is. Wá dúró dáadáa báyìí. Tó ń wò kèyí. Hi, Touch Wealth. Good afternoon. Oyinlade. Ayọ̀bámiṣé. Olúbáre. Orúkọ tí ń pọ̀ o. Wọ́n ti ń rọ̀ṣì o. Obi1. Ayọ̀ṣọ̀tẹ̀. Moses. How are you? Queen Esther. Good afternoon. Happy New Week. Shall this thing stay well? I was trying to set it when the thing started. Hi, guys. Okay. I think this is better. And I'm well relaxed this week. Morayo Paseda, how are you? Orúkọ ti pọ̀ o. Ọmọolúwa. Obi1. Ashabi. Made by God. Habi, how are you? Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. I was supposed to even put music. Folake Omomi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon and welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Abby, thank you. Temitope, how are you, darling? Good afternoon. Happy New Week to every one of us. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, every one of you. Good afternoon. Ekasan. Ṣàlàáfíà la wà. Good afternoon. You're all welcome. All right. Welcome, everyone. All right. So, I won't really procrastinate. Kindly help us to click a like as you join us. Thank you as you do so. Adetutu, thank you, my sister. I will be here. Thank you very much. Please, as you join us, kindly help us to click a like. We have 66 people watching and just 10 likes. Can we have more likes? We are starting now. Okay? We are starting immediately. Kindly help us to click a like as you join us. Thank you very much. As you do so, I want to welcome everyone. I'm welcoming all our subscribers, all our regulars, the silent listeners, those that make the channel interesting. Special hugs for you. I'm talking about those who are interactive on this channel. Please kindly help us to click a like. Please, I'm begging for that. Kindly help me to click a like as you call me. We have just 17 likes now. 75 people watching. Yes, OTT, any regulars, any special, any real MVP, the most very, very important personality on this channel. You are all appreciated and we recognize presence in you. You want me to sing for you today? Èèyàn bíi ti Abby, Tèmítọ́pẹ́, Ọmọolúwa, àwọn bíi ti Queen Esther, Ayọ̀bámiṣé Olúbáre o, mo recognize presence yín o. Lárídípọ̀ mo rí ẹ o, mo rí ẹ. Àwọn bíi Agbọ́nmọ́wẹ́nà mo rí wọn. Àǹtí Bọ́lá Adétutù mi ń kọ́. Ṣàlàáfíà ní ṣọ́ńbẹ nílé. Mo kí gbogbo yín o. Àtẹ̀yin tá a dárúkọ, àtẹ̀yin tí a ti dárúkọ. Àwọn bíi Àṣàbí tó ń ṣa dọ́là, tó máa ń ná dọ́là, tí Majek, Queen Esther, TT. Àwọn special important person on this channel. Mo kí yín o. Mo dárúkọ mi ò dárúkọ, mo rí yín. Vivian V mi ń kọ́, ṣó ń bẹ lálàáfíà ara. Michael Abiodun, àwọn tèmi ní Canada. ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́wà ṣára lé dáadáa ṣe àgbẹ̀ kánkán àjíǹde ara ó máa jẹ́ gbogbo yín o mo kí yín o mo kí yín o mo rí mo recognize presence gbogbo yín o in case mi bá tí ìdárúkọ yín kò mí wípé mi ò recognize presence yín mo kí yín tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀kọ̀ mo kí yín tẹ̀yẹ́tẹ̀yẹ́ mo kí yín pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ pé ẹ kú àdúró tí Àdùnní ẹ̀yin gangan ni igi lẹ́yìn ọgbà Àdùnní lórí YouTube tí ẹ jẹ́ kí n jábọ́ mo recognize yín o mo recognize pé aproko with spice mi ò gbúrú ẹ̀ mo ti pè é kò gbé kọ̀ ẹjọ́ tẹ bá mi rí kẹ bá mi sọ fún wípé mo miss ẹ gan-an ni I will call her when I'm done. Mo kí gbogbo yín pé ẹ ṣé gan ẹ kú àdúró tí Àdùnní ẹ̀yin t'Àdùnní a rí yín a kí yín a welcome yín ẹ tún jẹ́ n kọrin lẹ́ni Monday. Today is Monday. Una make me sing today that is Monday. Anyway, it shows that we are starting on a very good note. Aunty Ọláníkẹ́mi mo ti rí yín. Mo ráyọ̀ pàṣẹ́dá, mo rí ẹ o, mo rí ẹ. Touch well to me. Ẹ má bínú pé mo miss orúkọ. You are the first person that come on this channel this morning. No vex, I miss your name. I greet you well well. I greet you well well. Ẹ̀yin ò jòwú tí mi ò bá dárúkọ yín ẹ má jòwú púpọ̀. Ó lè jẹ́ yín ni máa kí lọ́la. Ó lè jẹ́ yín ni máa ṣoríkì yín. Torí wípé gbogbo yín tẹ́ wà lórí chánẹ́ẹ̀lì yìí. Àánú làárí gbà o, adé orí ọ̀kín. Mo ní gbogbo wa tá a wà níbí. Ká máa dúpẹ́ pa wà láyé àwa láàyè. A wà nínú àwọn tó ń bẹ lénìí. Orí ọ̀fẹ́ la rí gbà o, mo kí yín o. Àánú la rí gbà o, adé orí ọ̀kín. Ẹ lè pa mí lórí channel yìí. Thank you for making me smile. But you know what? I think this channel is becoming, I don't know what to call it. You won't believe I've not been in a good mood for a reason I don't know this morning. I woke up this morning and I had tons of paperwork to do. If you live in America, you understand what I mean by that. So many mails piled up, so many bills to see to. And I woke up and I remember I was supposed to have sorted these things out. The ones that I've paid, the ones that I've not paid. Let me just sort them out and know what is remaining. Because last year, I told you guys, I had issues with my eyes and I've really incurred a lot of bills. Despite insurance, I've incurred a lot of bills because of the eyes. So by the time I'm done with this one, another one is coming in. So I said, let me sort it out. So I woke up this morning, I was just not in a good mood. So I've been dragging feet since that morning. I wanted to come out since about 2 hours ago. I was just dragging feet. So when something happens, know that it's not only you, that you wake up some days and you will feel like you are just tired. Billing period láwa yìí. Olúbùsọ́lá mi, ó ṣé ìyá mi mo dúpẹ́. Ó kú encouragement, ó tún rán mi létí pé billing period láwa yìí. Ṣé yẹn tún dá nígbà tí mò ń sọ fún ẹ wípé billing ni mo jí sí láàárọ̀ yìí. Ìwọ gan tuntun wá ń rán mi létí wípé billing period láwa yìí. Ìyẹn ò dá o, ìyẹn ò dá rárá o. Kò dá rárá o. Nígbà tí àwọn kan ti mú mi, tán ti lift spirit mi up. Tí mo compose orin Quam 1. Ìwọ tún wá rán mi létí pé billing period láwa yìí. Kò dá bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Anyway. Nípa mi lórí channel. But thank you guys very much. It's like this channel now is more, it's like a therapy for me too. Because coming on board, I started seeing some of your greetings. Then my body just kind of losing up gradually. And now I'm myself now. I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you. Every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. So this is just to let you know that when Whatever you are going through, you are not the only one. Many of us are going through things, even though we don't get to see each other, to talk to each other. What I'm going through, somebody else is passing through it. What I've passed through, somebody else will pass through it. What you are passing through, I may still pass through it. That is life. When I tell you that life is all about, is ups and downs. Thank you, Annie. I tell you that life is up and down. Today, it can be bubbling, and tomorrow, you see that it's not bubbling. Not because you have not tried your best, not because you have not done what you're supposed to do, but it is what it is, okay? It is just what it is. So let's keep encouraging each other. And I want to say thank you for encouraging me this morning. So my week is starting very well now, because I just sat down a few minutes ago. I say, Lenny, Monday. Why am I starting today? Like, why is my Monday starting this way? Why is my week starting this way? So I sat down. I was doing what I needed to do, making this call, making that call, blah, 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 blah. All I need to do. And I was like, I don't like the way this week is starting, but I'm glad you guys have really lifted me up. And I didn't want to come online again. No. I said, well, Jackie, show Lola, me show Nigeria. Well, I just have the urge to come out. So thank you. Now, let's quickly start and talk about some trending news before I talk about the surrogacy issue. So if you have bought a land in some areas in Lagos, please, you need to do something. Somebody sent this to me to create awareness and let people know. And it has the logo of Lagos State government on it, which shows it's authentic. Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Office of Physical Planning, Block 15, the Secretariat, Alausa, public notice. So they said the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development is empowered by law to regulate development of public and private estates in Lagos. It is also mandated in line with the themes agenda of the Lagos state government. Oh, sorry, I missed something here. It's also mandated, it's a long something, so okay, Musiri, mandated to process and grant layout plan approval to estates in the states. The regulation of estate development in the state is essential for a functional, orderly, organized, and resilient smart city in line with the themes agenda of the Lagos state government. As such, unauthorized development or deviation from approved plans remain prohibited and punishable under the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Developmental Law 2019 as amended. So, in line with that, they said there are some places, in addition, it's important for all developers and real estate practitioners to register with the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, which has the responsibility for the regulation, coordination, and monitoring of activities of real estate practitioners in the sector. In line with the above, the general public is hereby notified that estate listed below are estates without layout approvals and are deemed illegal and compromising the sustainable Lagos ethos of, I'm trying to move it, ethos of the Lagos state government. So if you buy properties, I will try and mention some of those places they mention, because some people say they cannot read. If you know you buy properties in those places, run as fast as possible to go and be sure, or check to be sure where you bought a property, especially for people in abroad. Some of you are just buying property. And that reminds me, I learned they said Stephen Akintayo is stepping down from his company. But that's by the way for now. So if I'm going to mention those estates, but please let me quickly share this with people on Facebook so they can get to join us. Let me quickly share with them, please. Sorry, I just remember I've not shared on Facebook. Temitope, jọ̀ọ́ send account to Facebook account ẹ sí mi. Mo fẹ́ add Aunty Bola gan sórí kíní bọ̀ mi ò rí ṣe. Please kindly send your account number. I mean, your Facebook something to me. I was trying to hide you. So I'm going to read out some of the, not everything, it's very long. So if you buy properties in those estates, they said some of them are not approved. So time for you. Account number call. I became because said account number. No, what's it? Ah, all right. So let me mention some of the places that was mentioned, because some people are saying they cannot see it. You people, everything, you want people to do everything for you. Expand it, then you will begin to see. But I'm going to read out some, like I said, not everything. Then you can go and check the rest by yourself. So if you have bought property with this kind under this estate, time for you to know that the Lagos State government is saying the general public is hereby notified that the estate listed below are estate without layout approval and deemed illegal. Okay, so sorry, this is not to give anybody hypertension, it's just to let you know so that you can quickly form a group and contact the people that sold those properties to you. It's like all these properties that they said, somebody will say we are selling an estate and you will go and buy it. Okay, after buying it, they said some of those properties are not approved and those estates are not approved. So all you need to do, contact the people who sold properties to you so that if they need to go and get approval, they will go and get. Hopefully, with the hope that they fall within the ones that will be approved. Remember, not all places are approved. This is the mistake most of us make when we are buying properties, land in Nigeria, especially Lagos State. You see, there are some places that are already marked out for future development. Development that may not come now, that may come in the 50 years from now. Okay? Some of these developments may come 100 years from now, but one thing is that they are already marked out for development, to develop the country. And if you go and buy land in such places and the government, remember Lagos State is really working, except we don't want to be honest with ourselves. Among all the states in Nigeria, Lagos State is really, really trying in development. So they can wake up today and say a certain place, they want to use it for so thing. Was not supposed to be sold. But people who are buying those land will just go and buy, resell to people, collect money, and then off they go. Off they go. Sorry, I'm not seeing comment. That's why I want to try and log into another account so I can be seeing the comments. All right. Okay. So, let me start reading. Adrian Holmes. Okay. Ibejuleki. I know Gold Estates. Ibejuleki. Almond Gardens. Atlantic Bay Estates. Apple Shore Park. Beachfront Garden. Belvic Housing Estates. Brick and Bars Estates. Brightwater Estates. Cedarwood Boulevard. Cedarwood Estates. Sherwood Courts. Coastal City Estates. Cornerstone Estates. Eluju Ibejuleki. Kauri Estate. Okunfolu Ibejuleki. Destiny Gardens. Phase 1 Ibejuleki. Diamond Boulevard Ibejuleki. Diamond Estate. Dominion Garden. Dominion Onward Estate. There are many. Ebenezer Estate. Grace Estate. Evergreen Estate. Floodgate Gardens. They are very, very many. So hold on, I'm trying to look for a particular one. Oakwood Garden is there. Open Heaven Estate, Orange Pavilion, blah, blah, blah. There are so many. I'm looking for a particular one. Trinity Garden, Urban Base, Royal Palm, Rural Porch, Safari Estate, Regent Park, Prime Water, so and so on and so forth. They have about 176 of such estates that has been marked that they don't have layout plans. Not only that, most of those houses, estates, are actually in Lekki area and VGC. Okay, so go to my page. I have posted it on Facebook. It's right there on my Facebook page, so you can check. Okay, some are in Ekpe local government area, some are in Ikorodu. Okay, so go and check. Okay, so this is just to let you guys know. This is one of the things that was sent to me this morning, and quickly call on whoever, if you have properties in those estates. And if you didn't hear your own, like I said, they have about 176 estates. And they said owners of the aforementioned estates without layout approvals are hereby directed to submit necessary documents to the office of the permanent secretary, office of physical planning. All right, so if you know you bought land, quickly contact, or you have built in those places mentioned, which there are so many others. Quickly contact the person you bought land from. All right, guys, another news. A particular young boy, a Nigerian, was Kinife in UK, a 23-year-old boy. That's a sad story. We commiserate with the family. May the soul of the departed rest in peace. One Ayowale Aladejano was spy in, they said, in southeast London in UK. Monson Road, New Cross, on Saturday. It's an unfortunate incident. So now let us go to our real chat for today. Surrogacy. You know, for some time now, let me take some water. When I talk, my mouth tends to get dry too fast. I don't know why when I'm talking. So let's talk on 26 years. Thank you very much. Not 23, 26 years old. A young boy. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká bá àwọn ọmọ wa sọ̀rọ̀, living abroad, so that they know the kind of companies they are keeping, you know, so that they can know the kind of companies they are keeping abroad. There is nowhere that is permanently safe. Abroad has its own side too. We all know that. For this our own place na pupupu. London na Kinife, Nigeria, both Kinife and pupupu and anything. So the bottom line is that for Nigeria's own, that one is a different case. But for here, apart from the pupupu, for in America here, where we say one mad person can just carry pupupu and go to a mall or go to open place and begin to, you know, do pupupu. Make we just stay safe, Abby. But one thing is that we also talk to our children too, to know the kind of company they keep and to stay out safe. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So we've been talking about it depends on medication I'm on, ma. Amlodipine nìkan ni mò ń lò, and I've been using it for long. Kò dẹ̀ ṣe mí báyìí tẹ́lẹ̀. I thought of it too. No, anyway, amlodipine. I'm using amlodipine 5 milligram. I'm on amlodipine 5 milligram. Anyway, let's continue what we are talking about. So this surrogacy issue, you know, we have been on it for a while, and in as much as I said, it's a sensitive issue. Aging, okay. All right, maybe. So maybe. But it's good. You know why I said it's good? It makes me drink a lot of water. It makes me drink water like I drink water a lot, and I think it is good for me. So it could be aging too. I agree. I'm not getting younger, so I agree. So let's talk on the surrogacy. The surrogacy issue, we've been talking about the surrogacy for a long time. And it's something that I said I don't want us to dwell on. But something happened yesterday, you know. But I wanted to be, I don't like rushing to talk on things when I see them. I want to be sure, I want to see what's going on, I want to see if more details will come out. So there is a faceless lady, I would say faceless. And that was why I did not use the picture of the lady involved in this case. And take Vasopreme. Vasopreme is aspirin. All right, let me just concentrate so that we don't start going back and forth. So particular lady was mentioned. I purposely didn't use the picture of the lady because, like I said, it's a sensitive issue. Then, secondly, apart from it being sensitive, I don't know how true that story is. But today, the lady involved came out to speak. But before then, let me quickly read out what the person said concerning this surrogacy thing. She said she did surrogacy for a particular popular lady. Okay. That she did surrogacy for her, and that lady refused to pay her money. So she's faceless, but she mentioned her name. So let me read it out. She said, "Hello, my name is Sonia Obasohon. I'm 24 years old. As a young woman going through some struggles, I came across a link about someone looking for a surrogate, offering the sum of 4 million. I was genuinely interested. On the day of the arrangement, October 10th, I followed a woman known as Mrs. Netete and her friend to the location they gave me. To my surprise, the place turned out to be Jenny's Glow. We exchanged pleasantries, and she asked if I understood what surrogacy meant, to which I responded that I did. She then turned to her friend and said, "This particular one is good and pretty." I was asked to return the second day for some medical questions. When I asked for the name of the hospital, she told me I wouldn't be going to any hospital, but rather to her house. I did not overthink it, as someone of her status could easily afford to have a doctor come to their home. So on October 11th, I went back as agreed. That day, I was asked questions about my menstrual cycle and other related topics. The next day, I went back as instructed. I was asked about my last period and my full menstrual cycle, which I explained in details. Then the doctor, Dr. Benjamin from Bini Medical Care, started asking about my ovulation. That confused me because I understood that surrogacy is usually based on the intended couple's terms, not mine. Still, I told him my ovulation and fertile window was expected to start around October 17, 2024. He acknowledged that and proceeded to take my blood for testing and did an abdominal scan. On the actual day of my fertile window, I was asked to come to her house again. I questioned why we were not going to a hospital, but she said, "Just come." So I went. When I arrived, I spoke to one Miss Precious. Please, are you following? Are you guys following the story? When I arrived, I spoke to one Miss Precious Omorege via video and audio through Mrs. Jennifer's phone about a document I was to sign. She reassured me that everything was fine and that I will receive 2 million after successful implantation, with the balance paid after delivery. However, after I signed the document, I was completely shocked when Madam Precious told me that I would have to sleep with her husband in order to get pregnant. I was confused, and immediately I questioned what she meant by that. She responded casually, saying that it was something called traditional surrogacy. I told her straight away that this was not the agreement I was given or what I signed up for. At no point during our earlier conversation was I told that I would have to engage in anything physical with anyone. I was told, I also told her that I had never even heard of surrogacy being done that way before. She told me to hurry so that we she told me to hurry that we couldn't afford to miss the calculated fertile window. Jennifer, widely known as Miss Jenny's Glow, fell to her knees and pleaded with me, saying this was her last opportunity to become a mother. She begged earnestly, explained that her eggs were no longer viable and she had exhausted her medical options in the past without success. Her desperation was overwhelming. I felt cornered, emotionally, emotionally pressured, and unsure of what to do, but I eventually gave in. And so I went through with it, laid with her husband, Esosa. It was a moment I will never. Yes, same Jenny Glue. Me, a fellow picture any. It was a moment I will never forget, not because of what happened physically, but because of the emotional trauma it left behind. I have never felt so disgusted, humiliated, and empty in my life. It didn't even feel like I was helping someone. It felt like I was being used. However, after I signed the document, I was completely shocked. Oh, I've gone through that. Okay. After the act, they told me to lie in bed for 30 minutes to increase the chances of conception. I stayed there silently, holding back my tears, counting down the minutes. Once the time had passed, I got up, cleaned myself, and prepared to leave. That was when Miss Jane handed me 30,000 naira and said it was for food and transportation. No one asked how I felt or if I was okay. Later, Dr. Ben, the doctor they had privately involved in the process, instructed me to take a pregnancy test 12 to 14 days after the encounter. I followed the instruction, and when the test finally came, the result came out positive that I was pregnant. Almost immediately after sharing the results, Jennifer sent me 450,000 naira. I was shocked. That wasn't what we agreed on. I told her as much, but she simply responded and said, "Relax, everything is under control." Still, I was uneasy from that moment. I expected to be registered properly in the hospital for antenatal care, but nothing was done. There was no hospital booking, no formal care. Every doctor's appointment continued to take place at our home. Dr. Ben will visit quietly, examine me in private, and leave. Jennifer only showed kindness when it was time for a doctor's visit. Outside of that, the first trimester was extremely rough, constant vomiting, nausea, weakness, and emotional distress. By the time I entered the second trimester, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia, a serious pregnancy condition that caused my feet to swell painfully and made movement difficult. Still, no one provided any medical assistance or care. I was left to suffer through it on my own. At one point, Dr. Ben claimed that having frequent sex could help ease my delivery and reduce complications. That statement was later used as justification to subject me to more unwanted X acts with Esosa, who happens to be the husband of Jenny, according to her. I was pressured again and again to sleep with him, and all with Jennifer's knowledge and approval. I became nothing more than a sex object in a twisted arrangement disguised as surrogacy. I lost my voice, my dignity, and my sense of self. So that is the story. Now, when I saw that story, what came to my mind was, I know this thing will cause problem among our people. They don't dey do surrogates for here in abroad for a long time before we heard of it. Please kindly don't forget to help us to click a like as you have joined us or you are joining us. We have 269 people watching and only 61 likes. Can we have 52 likes? Can we have more likes? And please help me to share the video outside this platform. Thank you very much as you do so. Can we have more likes? Let's have the likes, 71 likes. Then I will start. I will continue. So Jenny has come out to talk and I'll be playing a video on what she said. We have 58 likes. Can we have more likes? Oyinbo don dey do surrogacy since forever. I know Nigeria, it go cause problem among us. Now, Jennifer has come out to talk our own side of the story. I don't know how many of you have heard her, but let me play and you hear what she said.
Those of you coming to my Snapchat to ask questions, I'm not going to ignore any lies again. If they have proof, let them post it. Why are you using my picture to trend? You know, a lot of people, they've like, don't talk about it, my family, like, don't talk about it, don't respond, don't give them your energy. Why won't I talk about it? People keep spoiling my name, like, they keep saying lies about me. So if I want to do such, I'll have to, what do? I'll have to use someone, a random person, and involve my friend. Even if I want to do that kind of a thing, I'll involve my friend. You think I want to do that? I'll involve lawyer. I will just go to a private one in Lagos or Abuja or travel outside the country to do it. Like, I don't know how you guys believe lies. Like, most especially people in the industry, as if whenever they see anything about Jenny's Glow, they like it, they don't like me. What did I do? Every brand go through scandal. My scandal is over 2 years ago. Everybody has moved on. Every bigger brand goes through 1 or 2. They move on, life goes on. But at the mention of my name, you get engaged. People like it. You see gullible people believe all those lies they tell. So you think I've stooped so low? I will not see someone, I will just carry a random person. And I'll pay the person. I'll now involve a lawyer. Carry the daughter, come my house. So the daughter will not tell the person and my husband to sleep together. Does that even make sense? At least if you're going to believe lies about me, say you don't like me. It's okay not to like me, it's fine. So you want to believe lies about me? At least read the lies now. Think about it. It doesn't even make sense. Like, it's a lie. Because I don't know, I don't want to feel bad anymore. Like, because I've been keeping quiet. This same particular Edo blog has been creating so many fake pages to lie about me and my husband. Like, why are you coming for my marriage? I'm not the only girl in Benin that is successful. So many young, beautiful girls, ladies in Benin, doing well. Some of them are even doing well than me. They are doing well. So many successful girls in Benin these days. Why are you coming for me? I'm not the only person in those states. I'm not the only young girl. Why are you coming for me? Why are you lying? Bring proof. Please let me to tell the blog. May I come with proof. Proof. Do video. When the person, you come with proof. Do a video of yourself. Sue me now. Okay, come with, they say traditional surrogate. What is the traditional surrogate, God? You guys are disappointing me. I don't want to believe say this 2025. You guys are saying, like, what is traditional surrogate? And the painful thing is, people are believing. Some people that I even know, I call friends. Come in here. Maybe people around you. I'm a very popular person. So everybody, if I post anybody on my Snapchat or my friends, people must surely know them. So for those of you coming to my Snapchat to ask questions, anybody can talk about me or can know the name of my friends. Doesn't really mean they know me. Anybody, just like the way I move with people, they know, if they see me with this particular person, they know we are friends already. So anybody can know the name of my lawyer, the name of my friends, the name of my husband, my friend's name. And the painful thing, they posted my number. I don't even know how they got my number. If you have proof, why are you beating around the bush? Come out with your full chest and say, I did this to you. Come out with proof. Real one, we are going to verify it. statements, contracts, everything, even the pregnancy self. He said, my husband give you belly. We agreed. I paid you 1 million to balance you 3 million. Egole, how much? Oh, yeah, come out with proof. Why are you lying? You are using me to carry engagement, to get engagement. You are using my name at the mention of Jenny's Glow, you get engagement. That's what you are doing. The same Edo blog, this Edo blog, is the one lying about everybody in Benin. You will carry celebrity or popular people in Benin and lie about them. And the people, you're not even saying facts. Every human being has truth and lie. Say the fact, you're lying about me. There's nothing like that ever existed. So if I want to do surrogacy now, I'll go carry random person. Not be able secrets. I can't involve my friend. Eh? I'm not sure say I get anybody like that. I'm going to involve in my personal life. Not this. What my family did there. I can't carry my friend. Can't involve lawyer. Can't sign with one person. Then the person, the belly will come pay and not come pay you. Does that even make sense? Think about it. Think deep before you comment and believe lies or gossip. Think. For those of you coming to my comment to be doing French, pray for me. So all these lies will go. Pray. I need you to pray for me because I'm tired. I'm just trying to be forming stronger, hard girl. I'm not strong. I don't tire for these lies because I've been ignoring the lies. They say I know ignore. I'm tired of ignoring lies about me. Like people are believing it. Like I can't even believe that people believe such. They say traditional surrogacy. I've never heard of that. Like I'm not broke rich like that. Say I can't afford to do a proper surrogacy. So what we want is I don't understand. Like, please tell me to tell them to post original. Tell the person to comment. Don't stop using my picture to trend. You put my picture, my video, you put those sweet TikTok sound. You want trend? No.
All right, somebody asked that where's the baby now? I think I missed that part. The lady said she lost the pregnancy, and because of that, they refused to pay her the balance of 3 million. She lost the pregnancy, she lost the baby, and they refused to pay her balance. So that was why she's calling her out. Okay. And Jenny said there was nothing like that. That somebody said the girl couldn't have recorded the Kiriwa session for proof. They would first look. I'm not saying Jenny is lying, and I will not say that girl is lying too. Okay. I'm going to balance my analysis. I will not say Jenny is lying. I will not say the lady is lying. Remember, the lady said the first time she was giving 30,000 naira cash. She said the second time 450. And the agreement was that they were going to pay her 40,000. Now, could it be true? We cannot say. Could it be a lie? We cannot say. But can we rule it out that it doesn't happen or it will never happen? No, we cannot rule it out. There's nothing rich people cannot do. I am not saying Jenny did this. And when somebody is at a disadvantage, number one, the people that want to go through such routes will not allow you to have evidence. They may not even do chatting with you. The smart ones, they will not chat you up. Giving you money, they may not even give you cash. I mean, transfer money to your account. So there will not be trace. Okay? There will not be trace. Now, we don't know how true this is, but the lady mentioned her name, but she said it is just a fabu. So, but one thing is that if they are going to do this kind of transaction whereby it's a rich person that is involved and probably their name is at stake and they don't want anything that will trace that person to them or link them to each other, they do this kind of job in a clean way. I don't know how many of you watch this movie, Baby Farm. When those rich couple came to Nigeria to pick those twins, nobody knew about it, just the doctor. Okay? Now, for this kind of a transaction, if you say it is not happening, you are only living in you are living in years back. It's happening very well now among us. You know, we have spoken about this thing. There are a lot of people. Number one, we have a lot of vulnerable people in that country that will do anything for money. What about phone calls? Somebody took her to the place. Did you follow the story? They didn't have direct something. The question, Okay, Omoniwampi said the question is, I was asking cases like this is why did the lady mention her name specifically and not another person's name? Aha. She said maybe they want to use it to spoil her business, you know. But of course, the lady that is involved too will not be bold enough to bring her face out if it is true. It will not be that easy. And I will tell you why. This is a very young lady, 24. Let's say she's 25 now. They still have a long way ahead of her. She go still marry. She go still do other stuff in life. She wouldn't want anybody to see her as somebody who tried to get pregnant because of money. Okay? She will not be proud to do that. I'm not saying Jenny is lying, no, don't get me wrong. But I am saying a lot of rich people are likely to do this kind of a thing, whereby some of them will even keep that person in their house. They are likely to keep the person in their house, feeding the person. That person will not step out until that person delivers, so that their secrets can be kept, so that nobody will know. It is very, very possible. We are talking about somebody that is very vulnerable. We are talking about somebody who says, na money make am do wetin she do. That means, and you know what it is, na person wey get money get voice, especially in our country. She cannot go to the police. I'm not saying this Jenny is lying, no. And I'm not saying the person wey tell the story too is lying. Okay? I'm not saying the person wey tell the story too, they lie. But the probability of it being possible is a 50-50 thing. If it be true and if it no be true. And for the thing to have turned the way it is, if not true, you don't expect Jenny to come out and say, na true it happened. You know why? Many women, it's very difficult for them to come out. No, she doesn't have any kid. It's very difficult for most women to come out and say they don't have kids or they want children. They can't have children on their own. It's very, very tough. I'm a woman. Okay? So nobody should expect, if it is true, for Jenny to come out and say it is true. All right? But what I will say here is the lesson for people who find themselves in this kind of a situation. Somebody having pregnancy or carrying pregnancy for you does not guarantee that that person will deliver for you. Person wey get belle can never say if she's going to give birth, whether the baby will come out alive or will not come out alive. Pregnancy does not equate live delivery. We all know that. And this is why, for those people that are doing surrogacy for people too, this is why if you have to do it, it's a legal thing to do, as long as all parties are represented and as long as these are adults. As long as the people involved are adults, okay? There's nothing bad in it if you want to do it. One thing is that make sure you are represented either as the surrogate mother or the person wey wan collect the pikin. You see this mago way wey una dey sabi to do, na nyash go dey come outside on social media. So many people are doing this mago, but remember, this is era of social media. It is not like the era of those days where people dey do am. This one don come out now. We are still going to hear many. This is not the era of in those days where things will be done. That person cannot talk. The person go just walk away. If you have to do it right before they bring your nyash out. You see that person wey decide to carry belle for you, don't be wicked. I'm not saying this story is true, but I'm saying what could happen among our people. That person wey decide to carry belle for you is putting her life on the line for you. That person fit kpai with the pregnancy. Anything fit happen, make that person no fit born again, get her own pikin again. That person wey carry that belle, in the process of carrying the belle for you, e fit kpai. So if you are here watching me, I should call this part out. As a young lady, and you are looking for money, and you think the best way is to do surrogacy, beautiful. You are helping, putting smiles on the face of somebody. It's a beautiful thing. But make sure you are well represented. You are well covered medically and financially and emotionally. That girl mentioned something. I don't know how true that is. She said it was a traditional thing where they ask her to be sleeping with the man's and the woman's husband. We don't know how true it is, but it is a possibility. Not with this one, oh, with anybody. Some people can do it too. Legally, yes, some people can do it too, okay? Whereby they will now go and the man will be get the lady pregnant. And I don't know where, they do it, but I don't know the name they call that one. They said it's natural and traditional surrogacy. Either that one or the one they will carry the something and put in your womb for you to carry. Make sure you are covered in every aspect, financially, medically, and legally. If you just waka go into it, they lure you with money. Anything happens, is on you. It is on you. You see this pregnancy, nobody can guarantee how it's going to end. It's just a 9-month journey. But that 9 months can terminate your life. That 9 months can change your life forever. That 9 months can mean a lot. That money they are giving you is more like, especially in Nigeria, where if anything happens to you, you go hear when. If anything should happen, that money you are negotiating your life for may not carry it too. And don't forget, the day you deliver and hand over the baby to them, you have no business with them again, just like they have no business with you. You have no business with them, and they have no business with you anymore after termination of that contract, which is after 9 months. Oh, once baby come, hand over baby to them, and they go their way. You go their way. Whatever now happens to you after that is your cup of tea. I don't do it abroad. I've never studied how they do it in abroad. Maybe I will check to know how they do it. In case complication comes. You see, some women, they give birth once. They can't give birth again. Because in the process of giving birth to the first child, something went wrong. And second child is not coming again. There is a lot to this thing. I'm not saying don't do it. There is a lot. Remember, your own future has to be considered for whatever decision you are making today. Remember, I repeat, your own future has to be considered, and that decision is on you, not anybody, not the people that are paying you money. Like one of the doctors said, he said even the money is just like money. I should open my phone. Which of the phone? Oh, okay. That the money is just like it's not a money that you would think. I don't know. Mo fi sí ni. Mo ti rí fóònù yìí nsìn. Fóònù pọ̀ a máa wá ni. Ó ṣe wá jẹ́ ìta bá fẹ́ lò la máa ń wá all the time. Oh, okay, ó wà níbí. Ó wà on àǹtí. Ó wà on ma. Whoever wants to call can call in. The number is open. Surrogacy. It is so you now make it like somebody going to the market to buy bread and come back. Jenny don't talk her own side of the story. The unfazed lady talk her own. Wetin happen between them. We cannot judge who is telling the truth between the two of them. She said they no give am balance. She said she lost the pikin. She said she went through a lot. She was sick. They don't even sleep with her. Are we saying it is not happening? It is happening. And the people involved are always vulnerable people. Because now then they always go for that kind of situation. Somebody who has money. Yes, you can call in. And man, line yẹn ti wà open. Hello.
Hello, Daddy.
Ma,
Hello.
you are on, ma.
Hello, Daddy.
Ma,
Carson.
good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody online. You see this surrogacy matter. The person carrying the pregnancy, it's at great risk. It's not a money.
Oh, money.
Whoever is treating somebody that is surrogacy for her is a wicked person. Wallahi talai. The risk is very, 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 very complex. Even you carry your own child during gestation, you could develop a lot of complications, and you may end up not having any other children in your life. You see the traditional way. If you do the traditional way, you're just risking yourself. Because your husband might fall in love with the lady eventually and they will chase you out of the house. And let me tell you let me tell you something. Whatever you want to do, Auntie Adoni, I am so legally binded that even if I want to mail a pencil from my end within my state, wallahi ta'ala, I will do postal insurance. Wallahi ta'ala. Because if somebody is surrogating for you, you have to do a life insurance for them. That's how they do it here in America. A life insurance, health insurance, yes. I am telling you from the pit of truth. They have to have, even it's, what is it called? This insurance. Yes. I remember. Preferential insurance.
Okay.
It's called preferential insurance. Meaning, it's a great insurance that if anything happens to that person, you won't be liable in case of pay. You won't be liable paying the family any dime. It's like homeowner insurance. But this is called preferential insurance for surrogacy. And it's nothing less than 40K for the carrier to take. Go. And normally, if you don't want to cut corners, you are not supposed to know each other. The person carrying the baby, the owner of the parents can know you, but you can't know the parents. They will just stand somewhere, you walk out of the clinic, the doctor will tell them, that's the lady. but you can't see the parent. But because Nigerians, they are fond of cutting corners. Oh, letimo walara. Mago timo walara. That's why they will say, let's go to Nigeria and go and surrogate.
Yeah, okay. Because they can cut corners there.
Yes, because they can cut. There was a time a lady in England, she knows if she's on this line, because I introduced a lot of people to your program. If she's online now, she'll know I'm talking about her. She called me and said, can one of your sisters help me surrogate? I said, what do you mean? She said, I'll give her 1,000. I'll give her 1 million naira. I laughed.
1 million.
I laughed. I said, if you are going to even tell anybody that kind of a story, that you are going to ask for that kind of an obligation, it shouldn't be me. You know, I'm always very, very, I read a lot. I'm way, way ahead of things. If anything is going on at Adoni, I'll go and do my diligent research. I said, you know, I'm very, very street smart. So why don't you do it here? Why don't you do it in England? That you want to tell my sister, how much is 1 million naira? Please don't even ever talk to me again in your life. Please get out of my phone. You take advantage of people. You are the people that will go there and take advantage of their vulnerabilities.
Benny.
So don't say the lady that said they put her in the house. Some people are wicked. There's a lady in Maryland that I follow all the time. Look at the way they took her child from her. Nigerians are very, very, very crafty. There's nothing that is a lie to me. Look at this mobile case that we're treating. Can we believe what is going on underneath? They already got the verdict 2 years before we got the verdict.
Honestly.
So there is nothing impossible in Nigeria. There is nothing impossible. Because I don't know. And one thing again is like, they tend to keep a lot of stupid secrets. What's there that you don't have a child? Somebody surrogates for you. It's even a pride. You should be proud of it.
Somebody said, somebody just mentioned now that a woman a lady who has not given birth cannot be a surrogate mom here in America.
Yes. And the age, there's even age.
You see?
And there's age too. Yes.
So it's for a reason.
And there's age limitations too.
So that depression will set in.
You know this lady. You do know this lady, this musician, Diana Ross. She did surrogacy for her daughter. It's very popular. Diana Ross did for her daughter.
Yes.
Or surrogate for one way. So I don't know Nigerians. They always tend to keep those stupid secrets. Even I don't know.
It's because they are keeping secret. They cannot take one of their own sister to do it. They will not want, even some of them will not even let their sister know, their family member to know that they want to do something like that.
Yes, why are you keeping the secret? Your sister can do it for you. The child is not related to your sister, so long you are using your egg. And let me tell you one thing, if you are doing the traditional way, read my leaf. The baby is related to the carrier. That's her child. Born together with your husband. So that's the lady's child. It's not your child. You can be kicked out at any time, even if you make it legal binding. Tell them that the lady is crazy. If they do DNA, that's her child. So continue going through the back door. Continue doing conny. It will blow your faces.
It's all about because they don't want their husband to marry another woman. And you are only deceiving yourself.
I think
in that man's mind, has he accepted it, ma?
I think I'm going to go to Nigeria and do advocacy about this surrogacy thing and enlighten people. I think I'm going to have a program and enlighten people about it. I'll go from homes to homes and enlighten couples and everything. I think we need to enlighten people that it's your right. If you want to do it, there has to be a lawyer. Don't say, kiniko. That's your life along the line.
No, you just even mentioned something that if you have not had children before, you are not supposed to do it. And that makes sense. That really makes sense. You have not had your own children. You are doing surrogacy for somebody.
In the house? Do you know this pregnancy or edema is one of the most dangerous?
Yes, and that was what that lady said she had. Yes.
Yes, it could kill you because it means your heart is not pumping, it's not working very well. So you can have an attack at any moment of time. So why, as you see, some people are so wicked in Nigeria. Somebody is doing you a favor. You are supposed to be rubbing the person's head. Sometimes money is not everything. Why don't you have the baby yourself?
According to her, I don't know how true the story is. She said she was not giving the money. Balance lo fẹ́ gbà nsìn tó ló di wàhálà. Because
And
the
let
baby
me tell you one thing. Surrogacy is not a guaranteed thing. Even you carrying your pregnancy by yourself, sometimes you can lose the baby. Most especially male children.
Exactly.
And if in the hospital, if there are women pregnant with boys, if there are 10 or 20 of them, and girls, if they're just 10, I'm telling you, only 5 of the pregnancy will be carried to term. Only because they are wimps when they are younger, when they are during gestation. But baby girls, so why cut corners? That lady in Bini, I hate to say this. I grew up in Warri, Auntie Adoni.
Okay.
Those people from Bini down. I went to school in Ilorin. I grew up when from age 6 to like 11. I was living in Benin because my father was working with BP. Before he became a contractor, they are very crafty. What parodu? Why you walk for the BWP? It's Obama Shenkoba out to my Sophia Magbein Bonobai.
It's Obo Wayo.
As the Yoruba. Nigerians
Is that why
generally.
they say it's Obo Wayo?
Yes, Nigerians generally. You should pay the girl. They should look into that girl.
Somebody said Lagos State does not even allow somebody that has not delivered to do surrogacy too. Lagos State.
Yes. Auntie Adoni, let me tell you one thing. Why she's making mouth is because the baby did not survive. If the baby survived, if she carried the pregnancy to terms, she can't deny it. Now she'll say, Shara Molowa me, I don't even have a child. She's lying. Meanwhile, the lady that did the surrogacy is not lying. She's not lying. When people are talking, Auntie Adoni, I have this thing in me. When you are talking and you are lying, my kids know me. And I'm a very bold person. I will say it to your face. So Nigerians, they love cutting corners. So I will believe it. The lady, there are so many ladies living in Benin. Why didn't she point to another person? Why you? Pay her money and let her go. Or go allow and stop hiding things that you are not supposed to hide. When you think you are hiding something, you will lie. And when you are almost caught, you will cover it with another lies. And lie will be at the end of the day, they will label you as oniro. And you will not have dignity. If you want to do surrogacy, let them know. And if you want to adopt. There are so many kids outside there that need good homes. Because there is nothing to finish on. The only thing that is guaranteed is death. Is yours death. Money is not guaranteed. Having children is not guaranteed. Getting married is not guaranteed. The only guarantee in life is the 6 feet below. So there's nothing. If you want to do something, do it. Whatever you are hiding is called a secret. When you put it out there, it's no longer a secret. I understand it. So what else? Stop keeping unnecessary secrets. Thank you, Auntie Adoni. Please continue.
So if I miss your call, I'll call you back. We go still hear story for this surrogacy thing. We didn't do. We go still hear story. Fight. She bele mo corners the court in. Hello.
Hello, Auntie.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
You're online. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. Okay. Èmi ni mo kọ pé mo ní real life story mi ò fẹ́ sọ lédè òyìnbó àwọn ọmọ mi wà ní ibà ẹni tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ ni.
Okay.
Okay. Màá sọ díẹ̀ ní Yorùbá, màá sọ díẹ̀ ní
English.
òyìnbó.
Okay.
Ṣé rí ọmọ yìí ó bá mi ṣiṣẹ́. ó bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ ìgbà tí mo bí àwọn ọmọ mi. Ọmọ àkọ́bí mi sì tó máa dé 20. But lady yẹn wà very close to us in this thing. Lady yẹn wá bá wa ṣiṣẹ́. I think when my son was 2 or 3, ẹni tó gbé wá, a ṣáà ń ṣe girl yẹn dáadáa, treat her nice, à ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí máa ṣe fún àwọn ọmọ mi máa ṣe fún lady yẹn. So lady tó gbé wá fún wa, like pé ìyẹn ń jealous ẹ pé okay, just you are doing so well, wọ́n ń tọ́jú ẹ, wọ́n ń ṣe gbá, wọ́n ń ṣe wí, bítẹ̀ mi wà, wọ́n ń tọ́jú mi báyìí. Ó wá sọ̀rọ̀ sí wa nípa nǹkan tó ṣe lady yẹn, pé lady yẹn ti bímọ, ṣàmọ̀ pé lady yẹn ti bímọ. Ó dẹ̀ sọ sí èmi sódà máa lé lọ. Since tèmi ti fẹ́ ọkọ, kí n má wà comfortable pẹ̀lú lady nílé mi. Wọ́n á ní òkè ó bímọ, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tó fi bímọ? Wọ́n á pè lady, wọ́n á bèèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Wọ́n á sọ fún mi pé ibi tóun ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, pé àǹtí ẹ̀ ló ń bá ṣiṣẹ́. You know, her mother's sister or relative, but very, very close relative of hers.
Mm-hmm.
So lady yẹn ò lè bímọ. That woman now, lady yẹn wá ti ọkọ tiẹ̀ láàrẹ̀ sùkí yẹn bá sùn. Àǹkó tí pé bóyá ó tì mọ́, ó fọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀. Wọ́n nà lójoojúmọ́ nílé yẹn. Wọ́n ti lady yẹn fi bímọ. Tó fi lóyún, tó fi wọ́n dẹ̀ tì mọ́ nílé yẹn. And the plan was pé tó bá ti tọ́ ọmọ yẹn, real life story, because ẹni tí mo mọ̀ dáadáa. Ifá àgbà tí lady yẹn sọ story yẹn tán fún wa. Àwa gba ọmọ yẹn náà mọ́ra, àwa ń tọ́jú ọmọ tòun náà. Tí n bá ra nǹkan fún, màá rà fún ọmọ tiẹ̀, màá rà fún àwọn ọmọ mi. A ṣáà pamọ́ lára. Mi ò fẹ́ sọ lóyìnbó tó káwọn ọmọ mi mọ̀, so mi ò fẹ́ sọ kó mi ò fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ṣé ẹni tó bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ni kinní yẹn happen sí?
Real life.
Mo lẹ́yìn tó bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ ni kinní yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ sí?
Yes. Okay. Mo lè pélé yẹn kí n fún ní nọ́mbà yẹn kẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀. Real life ni o sọ nípa mo kò ń ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n sọ fún mi real life.
So wọ́n máa tì mọ́lé, wọ́n máa ń fọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ kó máa bá sùn.
Wípé woman yẹn ó tì mọ́ máa yẹn, so wọ́n máa ń nà lójoojúmọ́ nílé yẹn, wọ́n á máa nà, wọ́n á máa ṣe nǹkan burúkú sí i kó ṣàfi lóyún. Títí òun fi lóyún, ó wá bímọ yẹn, ó bí ọmọkùnrin. So ní bóun ṣe bí ọmọkùnrin yẹn, wọ́n á fọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ pé kó ṣáà tọ́ ọmọ yẹn di 1 year old. Kó tó bá ti tọ́ ọmọ yẹn di 1 year old, wọ́n á lé lọ. So wọ́n á lé lady yẹn lọ after that 1 year, wọ́n lé lọ. Wọ́n ní pé òun ò lọ, pé òun ṣáà hang around. Pé bí woman yẹn ṣe jáde, lòun gbọ́mọ. Lòun wá sá lọ sí park. Kí ni ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní Aba? Ní pé Aba lòun wà. Ọmọ Rivers ni, Cross Rivers, not Rivers, àwọn ọmọ Calabar. Bóun wá sá lọ pẹ̀lú ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ sí village, wá sọ fún àwọn òbí ẹ̀ àtàwọn family nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. By the time tí yẹn máa fi wá, everybody in village ti mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí woman yìí ṣe sí i. So òun sá àbúrò ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Òun á jẹ́ kó gbọ́mọ yẹn. But of course, máa yẹn pàpà lé woman yẹn lọ.
Ó lé obìnrin ìyàwó ẹ̀ yẹn lọ.
So yes, ó lé lọ. So wọ́n wá ń tẹ̀ láti gba ọmọ yẹn mọ́ lady yẹn. Ọmọ tó bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́. But their king nílùú wọn jẹ́ kó máa yẹn gba ọmọ yẹn. Ètò girl tí bọ́ọ̀ yẹn fi wà lọ́wọ́ lady yẹn sìn. But lady yẹn ó ṣe ara ẹ̀ lẹ̀, ó fi hàn mí bí tán nà nǹkan tán ṣe fún. Máa yẹn practically ó ti pa bíbá sùn láti bímọ yẹn. So kọ́ táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe é sì nìyẹn. Àwọn obìnrin tán lè bímọ, wọ́n á gba ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Ó dẹ̀ ní pé kò ń ṣe òun nìkan ní kíni ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Pé òun mọ èèyàn méjì àbí mẹ́ta tóun mọ̀ tí kíni ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Ọmọ yẹn máa wà bí then he was 7, maybe 7 plus 12 now. No, he's older than that. The boy is older than that. But the boy is not small. People more other things from their side. That's what women do. Wọ́n máa gba house help sílé, wọ́n lè bímọ, wọ́n máa ní kí ọkọ wọn máa fipá máa bá ọmọ yẹn sùn.
Ṣé àwọn ọkọ wọn ò gbọdọ̀ sọ pé àwọn ò ṣe
ni? Wọ́n máa kí house help yẹn jáde. Kọ́ táwọn obìnrin ṣe nìyẹn. And their husbands in some cases, they know and they support it.
How old is the child now?
The child, then that child was 7. I'm talking about, give or take, 7 plus. The guy's an adult now, of course.
So this thing has been so long.
Yeah. No, I said my son was, me was like maybe 3. More.
Oh, your son was 3
then.
It's
still happening. Yes.
And how old was the boy then? How old was the boy then? 7.
Then that child was 7. Yes.
So the boy should be close to 30 years now.
But only making she said the thing is still happening. We didn't share it. When you lady is sorrow as in we are close. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí lady lọ, ó ní kó yìí ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú wọn. Pé àǹtí kíni ẹ̀ tí mo sọ fún yín o pé ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ owó kíni ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀ mi. Ó ní ó yìí ṣẹlẹ̀. Mi ò fẹ́ pé orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n má ba certain tribe jẹ́. Mo bá ti sọ máa ní kílẹ̀dì yẹn pè.
Okay, that would be good.
Yeah, because it's someone very, very close. She was with us, but lady is talking here. Man, I was broken. She opened her body, showed us all the bruises, all the marks, everything. And she said that is what is happening in Nigeria today.
I'm hearing this one for the first time.
It's happening. It's happening. I won't breathe only bimo. Talk to me pé wọ́n lè bímọ. Ọkọ wọn náà mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè bímọ. Wọ́n máa gba ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ sílé. Wọ́n á tì mọ́lé má yà máa bá sùn forcefully. Wọ́n ti lé yẹn bá ti lóyún tó bá dẹ̀ tí tó ti bímọ. Wọ́n á jẹ́ kó tọ́ ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ bóyá ìyá ọ̀tún wọ́n á lé wọ́n yẹn lọ. Wọ́n á lé ọmọdọ̀ yẹn lọ. Wọ́n á tọ́jú ọmọ.
I will translate to you. She said already she doesn't want to say it in English. I'll translate.
Àwọn ọmọ mi wà nígbà mi ò fẹ́ sọ lóyìnbó tó pé yà mí fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀.
All right. Okay. Ṣé ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán? Ní sọ̀rọ̀ tán.
Mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán. Mo kàn ní kí n shed light to that àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ so that
close to
people also know pé crazy things are happening. Thank you.
Thank you. Why will a man agree to something like that? It's all because so that the man will not marry another woman. No, that's why women go to that extent too. Why not Kuku leave him to marry another woman? Anyway, let me translate what she said. Interpret. She said she about 20-something years ago that she had a house help living with her. That house help told her of her story that she was working with one madam and her husband. Said that madam couldn't have a child. So they now locked the lady. They don't allow her to go out. So the man's husband was now sleeping with the lady. Was sleeping with the lady. And it was under duress. She was being beaten to accept that the lady showed her all the marks on her body, all the abuse marks. So she was being beaten. So she became pregnant. After she became pregnant, they still made her to stay forcefully to deliver. After delivery, they made her stay to breastfeed and take care of that baby for 1 year. I'm sure to be sure that the baby will survive for 1 year. So after 1 year, they wanted to chase her away to go without the baby. So she was able to know and she was able to carry the baby and ran away. They went to go and take the baby back, but by then it was late. Everybody knew what was going on. And the king of that town had to meddle in that affair, in that story. And that was how they couldn't take the baby from that lady. At the end of the day, they said the man still divorced the woman at the end of the day. So what is the essence? Just like the case of that story, this one was true life story too that I brought to you some weeks ago, where the man did not know that this woman went to collect baby in baby farm and they gave her twins, only for her to get to the fact that the babies that she took home had HIV. Like play, one of the pikin pie. The second one begins sick. I don't tell you the story if you are watching. But for the benefit of those who did not watch that story, they now carry that baby to the hospital. The woman was insisting that it's their hospital they should go. The lady man say no. Now that same hospital we carry that pikin go, the pikin go, where the pikin pie. They now carry the baby to another hospital. So it was that hospital they discovered that baby get HIV. They go and test the parents. None of the parents get HIV. Okay, how pikin can't get HIV? Nine the man say they go do DNA. From there, nine they find out say no be then get pikin. The woman refused to confess, say no be the husband get pikin. I mean, no be then get the pikin until the husband threaten her. He can't confess. They can't carry the pikin, carry am go the baby farm. When they reach the baby farm, those people say they no go collect the pikin. Now, this thing no be true, no be story. Oh, now people, the person where happen to it tell me. So they can't carry the baby go the baby farm. As they reach the baby farm, those ones say they no go collect pikin. Now the man say if you no collect this pikin from us, he go call the government. Not only that, he wants refund of his money because he paid over 15 million. I don't want to see how much. So they refunded part of the money for him and they left. They collected the baby. Few months after, then called the wife, say the pikin don't do well. Now the woman go collect the pikin back, carry and go house. As I dey talk now, the marriage don't break. The man say no be him and that pikin go stay inside the house. The woman say she no go leave the pikin. I say okay, carry the pikin, but me and you we are done. So what is the essence? What is the essence? Like I said, most of these men do not know when their wife does all these things. Because that woman, particular woman, I just tell you the story. The woman, her belly they swell. You know, say they get something where then they go give them. Their belly go they swell like person will get belly. But their body will not change, but their belly go they swell. So the man see the belly they swell. He see the belly they swell. He no say pikin no dey inside. So they do it, and the man in the house will not know. And some, their husband know. I saw a comment where somebody said UK go soon clamp down on them. Already UK have said no, nothing like surrogacy. You cannot go to Nigeria and bring pikin to their country. It's been cancelled already. They don't cancel them for UK. I don't know how far with America, but UK don't cancel them. Cryptic pregnancy. UK don't cancel the thing. You can't do it with UK. You see, fight go still plenty, oh, because we like to cut corners as a people. Not only cut corners, we like to treat people unfairly. Whereby, let's take this case to be true. I'm not saying it's true, but let's take it to be true. Because the baby no survive, you don't want to pay balance. You have to pay balance. So if you are going for surrogacy, if you do it properly, because as it is, either you like it or not, this is the era of social media. They will call you out. Somebody cannot carry pregnancy for you. The term is carry pregnancy for me. Abi, then carry the pregnancy. Pikin go survive. It's not in the woman's hand, in the lady's hand. Pikin no go survive. It is not in her hands. And like they say, if you are a lady here, you never born before, you dey go do surrogacy. Now your life you dey destroy. Because you know what? That 4 million, where then say then they give one, be 3 million. You think it's plenty money. It is not plenty money. Consider your house rent. How many years that money fit pay? How many business with that 4 million you won't do? We go make you rich person? No, you will still be among the struggling society, either you like it or not, because 4 million in today's value is no big deal. It's just like somebody that says I have 400,000 in those days, and you want to consider yourself a rich person. No, you are not rich. You are not. In advanced world, they said if you are not yet a mother, you cannot be a mother to somebody. You go don't born pikin before you say you won't go do, and you never born pikin. Then say make you dey carry pregnancy for somebody. You dey carry pregnancy where you don't know whether you go survive, where you don't know whether go change your life forever. Now greed, they make you young ones. And what do you want to use the money for? To buy shoe, to buy bag, to buy wig. Then give many of una now before you know it. If not, this is why a doctor came out to say all of you doing egg donation, you better let your head be correct. with this your egg donation. The lady did education on it. I posted it. We spoke about it too. Where she talks, say there are certain egg a woman a woman put out every month. Even, let's assume they don't even take it from you every month. Let's say every other month, every 3 months. Let's say 3 or 4 times in a year. And they have to harvest so many eggs out of your body. And they have to do it. They cannot just harvest one. Because you are not doing it free. They are going to pay you money. And they want to make their money back. So they want to harvest as many as possible. The eggs they harvested too, they don't know which one will be good and which one will not be good. That is why they have to harvest a lot out of your body. And that doctor said, hey, all of you be very careful. Be very careful with all this money you are looking for. And you start giving yourself for egg donation like person where in head, where don't craze. He said at the end of the day, you might find out the situation you are trying to rescue people from might now be your own situation in 5-10 years time when you marry too. And do not be surprised. Infertility might increase more with the next generation with what is going on. You see all these 20s, 30, any 30 will go do and say if you don't increase. You are 30, you never marry. Now to donate egg you they do. Now if you say you don't increase. But for the ones in 20s, that means in another 10 years time, there will be increase in infertility among women. Men are trying as much as possible to make sure they don't destroy their water. Many of them are learning what can make it not to be okay. You can't dey sell wetin go make you a mother tomorrow. And you now say, if now tomorrow now come, you start going from one church house to the other for prayer. You start going to bathe by the seaside, from one seaside to another seaside, looking for pikin. I don't know who tell us say for seaside pikin dey there sef. Na your future, na the risk. Na your tomorrow, you dey gamble with. Na your life, you dey gamble with. Hello? Hello?
Oh, this is not is the program over?
No, I'm online.
Okay. Okay, can I talk?
Oh, yeah, sure, please. Go ahead.
Okay, let me just... You see this surrogacy issue in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have our traditional system in which surrogacy is done. It's just that these days people become greedy, people become wicked, because in some parts of Nigeria, in the southeast and in the south, there is arrangement that is done whereby a family or a woman who naturally cannot give birth, either due to one problem or the other, there is an arrangement where a woman is brought into the compound. And this woman lives in the compound. The husband, she's not actually a wife in the sense. The husband meets with that woman and the woman produces children in the compound. So that's why you go to some parts, there's in the southeast, there is what they call...
that's the one they call traditional surrogacy.
Yeah, that is traditional. They will say, the Igbos will say, Obie China. That means the compound does not close. So we say, Afamefuna. Then my name will not go, my name will not lost. There's some parts of River State among the Calabaris. That one, a woman can decide not to get married and she has money. She will bring in a woman into her own compound, and any male member of her family will be the one that is responsible for pregnanting the woman. The woman will stay in the compound. And those children that lady is giving birth to belong to the woman that brings her. So that is the traditional system.
Is she going to be rewarded?
She stays in the compound.
That's a reward.
Yes, she will stay in the compound. She's not maltreated. She has every right, like any member of the family. The person that is bringing, they use a saying that the woman went to marry a woman. So the woman has everything is given to her.
Yes, you can call in.
The woman has everything is given to that woman. So some will say they went to if the woman wants to go, she's free to go. If she wants to remain, she will remain. No maltreatment, nothing. If you don't know, if you go into those compounds, if you don't know, you'll be thinking she's married to a particular person.
So her life will be on hold for that purpose.
Her life is not on hold. She's free. Nobody's life is on hold. That is what I'm saying. It's done in the southeast and in the south-south. In the south-south, I know places and I know families.
Okay. Is it a woman that has given birth before, the one that has not given birth before?
It could be anyone.
Ha.
It could be, yes. It is a traditional arrangement. You are not forced. You are not forced. You are not forced. It's a traditional arrangement. So people will say the woman went to marry a wife. If you are used to south, yes, it's not.
Yeah, people have confirmed what you are saying.
Yes, the woman will say the statement they will say in our language is that she went to marry a wife. That woman, the woman that brings her into the compound, she stands as a surrogate lady. It is the traditional arrangement, and the woman will give birth. But those children belongs to that woman who brought her into the compound. Nobody will maltreat her. She will choose any man she wants to sleep with among the woman's family. It is an arrangement. So I wonder why people are shouting. It's just that people decide to be selfish. People decide to be
now
greedy.
those people where you say they do those things in those days are selfish people.
It's not in those days. They are still doing it.
They are still doing it.
You see, Auntie, Nigeria is big. It's where you know. Nadia, you know rich.
I know. I agree.
Yes, it is not wickedness. Nobody is wickeding anybody. Nobody is punishing anybody. Like, thank God you said people are affirming of what I'm saying. People know it. This is, I don't know why people are saying this and that. Nobody is holding anybody's
And you don't think that is backwardness?
It's not backwardness. You don't see. You are being critical when you call it backwardness. That's somebody's culture. You have no right to judge people's way of life. That is their way of life. Everybody have. I told you from the beginning. There's what we don't have in the south and in the southeast. Compounds do not close. That's why I started that. There's what they called obiechina.
These people that you are talking that do this kind of a thing, are they educated?
They are educated. They are not illiterate. We have also what they call the OMU. We have the OMU system. The OMU system, you have them in Delta State, and you have them in some parts of Anambra State. The OMU never gets married, but she has a lot of children. And these children were not children birthed by the OMU. These children are surrogate traditional. So these things people are talking are not new. I don't know why it's making a big noise. In your part, in your own western part of the country, it may not be done. But in the southeast and the south-south, this is part of our tradition.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can you allow your daughter do it?
It is a matter of...
It's a simple question, yes or no?
It is a matter of choice.
Can you allow your daughter do it?
It is a matter of choice.
Can you allow your daughter do it?
Okay. See, it's a question of these ladies. I don't know if these ladies, some of them, if these ladies, they have different ones. These ladies are not ladies that you will say, these ladies are not ladies that you will say they are hungry.
Can you
These
allow
families
your
are
daughter
not-
do it?
If my daughter wants to do it, she's free. That's our own. I don't detect. My own family, we don't. My own parents never detected what we want for ourselves. So I am not going to detect what my child wants to do. It is not your culture. It is for you to respect people's culture. It is not your culture. You don't know about
Okay,
it.
now you say, hold on. We are not fighting
Okay.
about these things. Stop saying.
I know we are not fighting about
But
it.
the way you are talking about is for us to respect other people's culture. I am just hearing this for this first time. I don't know about it. Number one. Number two, we are talking about modern day. Modern day now is what we are talking about. We are not talking about the culture of what they've been doing in the past, how it is still being done, or what we are talking about modern day, what is expected. Okay?
Yes.
No, most of the people you are talking about live in the village, not in the city.
No. Who says so? Are you in their household? You see what you are saying. Maybe it's because we are in the social media era. Everything is now what is happening in one little village in Sokoto. People in Australia will hear. What is happening in one village in this place? This is not village setting. These places I'm talking about are not village setting. These places are not village. If you go to these places, you'll be wondering. You see, when they say traveling is part of education, people think they are joking.
It's true.
Or when they say people get to have a wide idea or knowledge of what is happening, you can only know what is happening in your front house. You won't know what is happening in the back of your house.
That's true.
You can only know what is happening within 1 kilometer of your compound. What is happening in the next compound, you don't know. These things are not villages. The places you call villages. You think those places are villages where there's no lights, people are living in thatch houses. No, these are not those places that I'm talking about. I don't know if you have friends from the south or you have friends from the southeast. Whenever you visit the country, just go with them to their places and you will be shocked with what you are saying.
Wow.
So this thing is still going on, Auntie. It's just that, like I said from the beginning, people are just being wicked. Like the story you said, even if the baby died, what if the woman died? You will not come and pay the woman's family. That is wickedness now.
Can I ask you another question?
Yes.
This cultural thing that you said is happening and is still happening till now.
Yes.
Do rich men allow their children do it? Do rich men daughters get involved?
See, let me explain the Omu culture for you. The Omu culture, or there are certain things in the south and the southeast that when they say it, you guys from the southwest, it's kind of strange to you.
Very strange.
Because it's very strange. We have different systems in the south and in the southeast. Like when you see these things happening, most of those people you think they are rich, they are billionaires, they are the ones that even do the arrangements more than the poor people. Yeah. Because we have different kind of culture where till tomorrow, there's the system where they call it Debe. Some families, first daughters never marry. They remain in the house and be giving birth to children.
Wow.
Yes, some of our places, some kings, their first daughter of kings don't go marry. They may be living with a man, but the man will never pay their bride price. The children belongs to the father. So this system I'm talking, the rich ones do it. You go into the house, you don't know is who. You will think it's the wife, the woman that is in the house that is producing the children. No, the person who is producing the children is there. So it's not something that it's a normal thing.
Okay, my sister, I agree it's a normal thing in the east. In the south and southeast. I agree it's a normal thing and it's a cultural thing. But in other parts of the world, in normal parts of the world, it is not acceptable. I'm sure you know that.
No, sis.
So if you are living...
No.
What do you mean no?
Auntie, do you know? See, Auntie, do you know that if I tell you there are places
you say
in
no.
the world that you don't know, where a woman, 5 brothers marry a woman, and the woman gives birth in that house, Are you aware of that?
But does it mean it's acceptable worldwide?
It is their culture. There are places where one woman...
Okay, I am not saying it is not their culture. Don't get me wrong. Please, can you just hold on? Maybe you didn't get my question.
No, in this situation, you don't ask questions on if it's acceptable. That is why when you are looking at these things, when we are discussing culture of a people...
But we are not discussing culture here. We are discussing what is acceptable in a normal setting.
No, to your own setting. You are not understanding.
Okay, if you say to my own setting, so are you telling me somebody who they give that kind of pikin to can carry that pikin to abroad? Hello?
I don't understand. No. You see this abroad something. You see this abroad.
I said we are talking about this thing on a normal setting, not cultural level. Right?
No. What I'm trying to say, you are not getting me. What I'm trying to say, there's what you feel is bizarre to you. It's not bizarre to another person.
I agree.
Yes, this all abroad story.
I agree. Is their culture, is their way.
Yeah. This all abroad story. All this all abroad story, carrying children, all these things is... Me, I see it as because of the hard economic situation we find in Nigeria today, people are running up and down, moving from Nigeria to one place because we are moving from our country going to...
Can I ask you another question? Maybe this will make you understand what I'm saying. Now you say no, you don't. Can you hold on for me, please? Can you please just hold on and listen to what I want to say? Is that okay? Can I go ahead?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Now you come, there is a cultural thing. I accept with you 100%. I'm so happy you are sharing. I mean, I appreciate you sharing this with us because, like you say, traveling is knowledge and it makes you know a lot of things. I have never been to East. Well, for you to say this, I'm getting a glimpse of what is going on there. Now, somebody in the East can do that and get away with it. Just bring somebody into your compound and ask that person to start having children. It's acceptable there.
No, it's not like that. It's not, you don't just go to somebody's house and bring the person like that. No.
The person agrees. He supports
No, there is an arrangement. The family of the person knows.
I agree 100% with you.
You know, the statement you are using that you just bring somebody into your house. No, that is not just you just see a woman on the road and just bring.
At least you don't sign any document or whatever. The person agree. You make some arrangement and she comes in, right?
The question
I've not even asked my question.
Okay.
I've not asked my question.
Okay.
My question, I'm just trying to so that you understand what I'm saying. Now, somebody in Lagos. Somebody in Lagos. Can somebody in Lagos, are you saying somebody in Lagos can have that kind of arrangement? Even if the person agrees and the person say, oh yeah, come and stay under my roof. Because from the culture of the place I come from, I want to repeat it in Lagos. Oh yeah, start having children for me. Do you think that is acceptable?
I am from the South. If I'm going to have that arrangement, I'm not having that arrangement with somebody from the Southwest because the person doesn't understand my culture.
Thank you very much.
The person thinks, yes, that's the only thing.
So now I think we understand ourselves better now.
Yeah, we understand what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't just.
So is it that thing you just said is limited to the East, South? Okay.
No, it's limited within the environment of that place.
That is what I'm saying now. This is what I'm trying to say. So we cannot relate it to other people. It's acceptable there.
No.
People don't see any big deal about it there. It's normal. But in other parts of the world, so many, the ones we know, it is not acceptable.
Yes, in the places you know.
So we cannot mix culture with the rest of the world. Everybody have their culture. No. So you limit it to your culture if it is not acceptable.
That is what I am saying. That's what I am saying. I said from the beginning, what I said was that people, you understand, this surrogacy thing has been going on for a very long time. But you know that anything that comes to Nigeria, if we have not bastardized the thing out of wickedness and greed, will not be happy. Surrogacy have been going on for a very long time. People have been doing it. I know people who did it back home in Nigeria. Nobody knew. The agreement was reached, papers were signed, monies were exchanged hands, and everybody passed their way. But these days, because of greed and wickedness, we now see people doing sort of evil, treating people bad, using people's vulnerability. People who I knew who did surrogacy, they were not vulnerable. They were not, and the people who they did the surrogacy.
So can I ask you another question that just crossed my mind now?
Yeah.
You said, I asked a question that do they have to give birth? Is it that women that has given birth before that do it? You say even some that have never given birth. So for the ones that have never given birth, who goes to that kind of a place and they start giving birth to children in that compound, do they still get married or they don't get married anymore?
Yeah, if they want to get married, they are free. If they don't want to stay in the compound, they want to go. No problem. Nobody is tying you. You are not at no. There's no hard and fast rule that they must tie you there.
So after the person has given birth to maybe 4 or 5 children, she can now move on, leave those children to go and look for another man to marry her.
Because those children that you are seeing there, biologically, she's the one that gave birth to them.
I agree.
But when they want to, the children is not answering our own father's
name. They belong
the
to the man. Their compound. Okay.
Yes. The children, that is where the children grow. The children belong to that compound. If the woman wants to go, fine. But some of the women that I know, when they are in that compound and they are not, they already have a man amongst the family in that compound that they and the woman is taking care of them. They are well to do, have their money, everything. Children is growing. Some of them will say, "Wait till they find another man go." When they say, "Man, they here for me."
So they stay in that compound forever.
They want to stay in the compound. They are free.
That's what I said. They stay in that compound forever.
Yes. Majority of them remain in the compound. Yes. That's why you see, if you go to places in the south, when you are hearing some name, you will hear some name. The family people that are answering that name is 1 million. So that's how, when you go to those places in south,
all right,
in south, yes, that's how it is. It's just that people are just wicked. That, like what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you have agreement with the person, do the agreements. You understand? Don't use people's vulnerability. Let them understand what they're going into. Don't understand.
But this one that you have brought cultural and put the cultural thing, how will they now be able to? Anyway, let you go see so that other people can call him because of time. Thank you so much. At least we don't learn something new today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, sis. This is interesting.
Is it Adun?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, sis, you are on. You are connected.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Aduni. Just to reiterate what that other woman said. See, when we are talking about culture is dynamic. Also, we should have an open mind. When you don't know something, you should be able to learn without being derogatory to other people's culture. Because you were sounding us as if you were we are saying, don't make it personal to
No, I'm only asking a question. Which one is personal?
Sustainable in other people's culture. Like you have culture in the Hausa land where cousins marry cousins. You don't say, will you allow your daughter to marry his cousin? Those cultures are acceptable in those regions, and it's practicable. Those women want, they are not forced, is at will. They come actually to ask for your hand in marriage, and you have those discussions with family that has come to ask you, and they tell you X, Y, and Z. Nobody is forcing you. It's not that saying, "Oh no, it's not fair." No, culture is dynamic to every part of the region in Nigeria. What is obtainable in the West may not be so in the South. It doesn't mean that because it's not modern. There are cultures here too in America where me and you are the Mormons. They practice what they call polygamy, where the women are the ones that go and search for women that their husbands will marry. Have you not seen it on their shows? So they call seeking sisters' wives. So when people are saying to tell you things, be open without you being saying, okay, let me ask you a question. Will your daughter do it? No. Everybody should learn and listen because what culture is what dynamic. Thank you.
Thank you. Me ní gentle. Nígbà tó ń yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Ó ní mo wà personal, so that's our opinion. If you call, I'll call you back. If I miss your call, I'll call you back. Me or what? Please, nobody should talk about culture on this show anymore. I'm not talking about culture, please. If you are calling, don't call about culture. Talk about the topic we are discussing.
I'm not okay, ma.
I don't know about culture. I'm not a cultural person. I only know what I know.
No problem,
so if you bring your culture thing and I ask question, you are going to be offended. Please don't bring culture into my discussion. Because I will ask question the way I can ask question. Hello, go ahead.
Auntie Adunni, I don't want to talk about culture. It's Abby. First of all, can you hear me, ma?
Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you clearly, dear.
Okay, first of all, please, I would like to appeal to everyone that's calling that we're here to learn. There's no reason to be rude or to be condescending. It's not right. A lot of us are from different parts of the country and we don't know some cultures, and it's okay to just, teach us without sounding condescending. Thank you. What I wanted to say is I'm not here to talk about culture. I am half Yoruba and I'm half Igbo, and I am familiar with what that lady is talking about. What I, however, want to touch on is that there's a lot of culture that is not healthy. There's a lot of culture that is unethical. I'll give you an example. The culture of Igbo people where they would maltreat widows. Is that right? There's a lot of...
Sorry? You are talking about culture again. I said don't talk about culture.
Okay, ma. Anyway, I just wanted to say that it's important that we practice things that are ethical. My opinion is that surrogacy should be abolished. It's causing a lot of problems, and I just feel like every other time, here and there, is always going to be an issue. The reality of surrogacy is that both parties are hardly ever on par. One of them tends to be from a lower socio-economic status. It doesn't matter if it's traditional, it doesn't matter if it's modern. Most of the time, the person that is carrying the surrogate mother is of a lower status. So that alone is a power imbalance, right? We have to be honest. That is a power imbalance. So I personally don't think that surrogacy should be a good idea. I understand that people, suffer with all sorts of issues, and a lot of people want children. My opinion is that if it doesn't work out, I think the only other option should possibly be maybe adoption, or sometimes maybe people should just accept their fate. That's all I have to say, ma.
Thank you, dear.
Yes, ma.
So now I want to go back to that issue of culture thing that you guys spoke about. If you don't want people to question your culture, don't bring it into discussion. This is the truth. Because of cultural shock. Okay? The person you are talking about your culture to could get shocked. Like I was shocked. Because I've never heard of it. And that's why I'm asking questions. But the question I was asking, she wasn't ready to answer it. That was why I now said, okay, this thing you are talking, since it's your culture, can you allow it? I don't think I've gone past where I'm supposed to. You don't want to talk you don't want your culture to be questioned. Do not mention it in discussion. As long as it's got nothing to do with your culture. We were talking about something happening in the modern day world. In what we see that it's not about where you live alone, about other places. Okay? Now, if you now bring your culture into it, if it's a cultural thing, the people that are discussing this thing, fighting over this issue, should not even be fighting in the first place. We will not say it doesn't happen. We will not say it happens. But I am hearing this particular one for the first time. Okay? And when you shock people, you can never tell. I was shocked. I was shocked hearing about it. But, at this dispensation, I can't even picture it in my mind. Because where I grew up, I was born and bred, and I grew up in Lagos. So it's strange to me. I'm not saying cultures are not existing, but I'm hearing of this for the first time. There are some cultures you will hear, you can align with them. Say, oh, Shele now, okay? But when there's some things are mentioned, it becomes a shock to you. Hello?
Hello, Auntie.
Hmm?
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good
Auntie,
afternoon.
I was so tired.
Yeah, okay.
I've been very busy,
No
but
wahala.
I think I'll catch up later,
All
ma.
right. Mumi say no. Go ahead.
Emma worry, I think I'll catch up. We need a couple of things I'm going to later. So I've just kind of come into the
Yes,
show.
I was seeing your question, but somebody responded.
Ma, I've just kind of come into the show, and I hear you talking about surrogacy. So, and there was a caller that said she thinks surrogacy should be abolished. I think let's start from there. Surrogacy is a good thing, and surrogacy is not all about power imbalance. That's the assumption, and that's sometimes, it's all about who is doing what. Sometimes moms carry babies, they rent their wombs out for their daughters. Okay, so it's not a biggie. It's not about power imbalance in most cases. I think why there's a problem, like I think you were talking about Jenny's. Somebody was telling me that it's about the Jenny glue or something.
Yes.
What I think, like we're talking about surrogacy some weeks ago, and what we are seeing in Nigeria is nothing new. This was the same problem that we had that emerged in India. People who are conversant with assisted reproduction would have probably come across the news in India where they were building hospitals like supermarkets, like shopping malls. Okay? These things are all there they're there in the, what's it called? They are there on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and look at the documentaries. Okay? India had the same problem that Nigeria is having some years ago, maybe over a decade ago.
Yeah,
okay?
I still saw it yesterday.
Because there was health tourism. And the thing is, like in India, the government, the Indian government, obviously with their health care, they were raking in money from health tourism, just like what we're seeing in Dubai and all whatnot, okay? I think in Nigeria, because there's no regulation, Nigeria we're just at the early stages of embracing assisted reproduction, okay? As much as I have concerns about what they're doing, I think because I've been heavily involved, because of the line of my job, I can see where things are going pear-shaped. It's going to get worse before it gets better, okay? Even United Kingdom, where we live, at a point, surrogacy, we had exact same problem, just like what we had in Nigeria. And it took the NHS years to get themselves around the corner. The same happened in America, in any country. Okay? Now, I think where the real issue is, because our medical policy, and like every other policy in Nigeria, our policies do not address our domestic needs. The policies we have only is aligned to the global needs, global policy. Because if you look at our medical care, okay, our medical policy is aligned to MDGs, that's the Millennium Development Goal. And I can say that authoritatively because I was involved in their BA project in Ondo State back then. Okay? So the Nigerian Nigerian domestic policy does not address the need of things going on in Nigeria. Instead, it looks at the Millennium Development Goal, and now we now have the Sustainable Development Goal. So it's not meeting our needs as a country. In every country, you have a domestic policy that meets your need away from your foreign policy. But in Africa, like every other thing, the African policies are not meeting the needs of the domestic needs. They are focused on meeting the global need. So that's one. And if that is the case, what you are saying is there's going to be a lot of power imbalance, okay? Whereby the ethics around assisted reproduction, for instance, is going to be very, very blurred. Is a very blurred line. Even adoption that people are screaming. adoption most times is the rich who adopt in Nigeria. It's not
That's
the
true.
poor.
Not the poor, yeah.
Okay?
Mm.
And again, that also causes problem because nobody, okay, they are saying that they do all paperwork around adoption. But I know from the kind of job I know, and from the kind of job I do, I can tell you authoritatively that the laws of adoption in Nigeria is not coherent. The fastest swimmer gets the best deal. That's what it is. That's why when you're adopting in Nigeria and you're bringing a child over to the UK, for instance, we redo the assessment all over again. And a lot of time, the adopted parents that they've succeeded in going to adoption in Nigeria, they don't meet the criteria when they come to the Western country because of the way it is being scrutinized. Okay? So that is that. Now, going by looking at what Jenny Glow was talking about, it's possible. I don't know what, I mean, apart from her giving a narrative, but what I understood, I think I saw it yesterday, what I understood was somebody was accusing her of wanting
she
to do
didn't pay her
surrogacy,
balance,
of
yes.
paying or something, that they did not pay or whatever. I can't remember, it was something to do with money or no money.
Yes.
Now, like I said, Auntie, if you remember, I remember Cora Obidi's sister, what's her name? Nancy. You know, Nancy did surrogacy, and I've always stood my ground to say, I'm very uncomfortable with the way she did her surrogacy. Yes, she told a success story, but there was something she said that anybody who understands surrogacy process would cringe. When she said she never got to meet the birth mom, that's the womb that was rented. That does not sound right. That speaks volume of the surrogacy system in Nigeria. Okay? Because even in the Western country, initially in the Western country, you have the sperm bank and you have the egg bank. Okay? For you as the intended parents, if you cannot, maybe one of the couple cannot produce egg or produce sperm, they can go to egg bank. Initially in the Western country, it was anonymous. You could actually donate egg or donate sperm anonymously. But because of concerns, because of genetic concerns and ethical concerns, yes, it can be done anonymously, but over time, in the process of treatment, they would have to disclose. In the UK, I can say that authoritatively. You will have to, the medical team at a point will have to disclose the owner of the sperm or the owner of the egg that was bought or that was donated because of genetic medical concerns. Okay? And that itself raises challenge. Like in the UK, a surrogate mother is a birth mother. It doesn't matter how you want to look at it. Because the surrogate mother has a DNA. She's got a genetic tie to that baby. So in the UK, if you have a surrogate child, yes, you can take the child or whatever. But on the birth certificate of that child, the birth mother is a surrogate mother. And that surrogate mother has to be part of the life of that child, whether covertly, whether silently or boldly. That surrogate mother has to be in the life of that child for the first 18 years of that child. How you now want to do it, of course, social work is fully involved in the process, depending on how things go. Okay? So that's aside. Now, there's always, like I said, there's always going to be power imbalance because the way in Nigeria, we have 3 stages of law when it comes to medicals. There is the angle of medical, there's the angle of education, and there's also the angle of child protection, which is women's affairs. So you have the state level, you have the federal level, you have the federal, which is the highest, you have the state level, and you then also have the local government level, like the lower level. Okay? So sometimes the federal level, the federal policy level does not align with state policy. And I can say this authoritatively because I have been involved in projects in Nigeria, in health projects in Nigeria, and also investigating adoption or surrogate cases in Nigeria. I can say that authoritatively because it's what I've been involved in. Okay? A lot of times, I think, in short, I know of a particular case obviously, you won't be able to identify who the person is. But I've done surrogate cases whereby the parent of that child, of the intended parent, they did the surrogacy and everything all right in Nigeria. But the problem was when they brought the child to the UK at the time. When they brought the child, they did all their paperwork and everything. But when they brought the child to the UK, what we found out very quickly is the state passed them for doing a covert surrogacy. But the Nigerian federal law does not allow covert surrogacy. So it's very contradictory when you then have to start examining and assessing the case. Okay, and that's why there's always a bridge there. Now, when it comes to traditional birth arrangement, which I think that was what that caller was describing, I think we need to understand the difference between surrogacy. Surrogacy is when you call someone a surrogate mother, the intended parents, their egg and their sperm is what has been given, is what has been inseminated into the surrogate mother. But when you are looking at a traditional birth arrangement, whereby maybe the wife or the man, maybe the wife, for instance, maybe they are couples, and the wife is not able to have a baby, they then decide, the couple could decide, okay, we'll go and look for a cousin. Or, they do like a gentleman agreement within their family. Sometimes it could even be their domestic staff. These are realities in Nigeria, okay? And they would get their children, they would get that stuff, they have an arrangement, that lady will start giving birth. So there is sexual intercourse happening. It's not surrogacy as in insemination. It's intercourse happening, but the woman does not have a claim on that child. That's the woman who chooses to go for that traditional birth arrangement. She doesn't have a claim on those children or child, whatever it is, no matter I don't know the amount of children that she chooses to have. So that man owns the children. So that is total. I think we need to be very clear with the difference between traditional birth arrangement is totally different. Whether they now cajole the girls to do it or they don't cajole, that's another story. Again, it's very difficult to look at the ethics around that because it's just like when we talk about kinship care. Me that I'm talking, I remember when my father passed away. My auntie had to care for me. Now in the UK, my auntie will not get away with my family will not get away with that because they will do a proper kinship care assessment. Okay, but in Nigeria it is easy. We have a culture of trust whereby it's very easy. Oh, mommy, and there's no formal arrangement to it. And then when things go wrong, there's nobody to report to. Or even if we choose to report, there's that thing of you understand? So there's a difference in all of these things. And I think we need to start educating. And I'm not being rude. I just think all of us might be so educated. But sometimes being educated does not necessarily mean we understand the context of a system, even including myself that speaks. There are a lot of things that I thought I knew from the angle of no book. That when I now started practicing, I realized that some of the knowledge I have were actually not knowledge. I had to learn as I go. And work experience has taught me most of what was not taught at school.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma.
Yeah, now I think we should be rounding up. Anybody took me? Okay, let me give this last caller opportunity. We are learning. We are all learning. But one thing that we need to face is that people should not be taken advantage of. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, Auntie Adelaide. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sweet voice. How are you?
You're fine, thank you. You're looking lovely as usual.
Thank you.
And thanks for the work you do. You do a lot of discussions and talks. I called in Auntie Adelaide because I wanted to put some clarity to what the woman who brought in the Igbo culture did. And her getting defensive when you needed her to explain some things. If you're going to dump your culture on people, you have to do the work. You have to explain to them. You have to enable them understand what you're saying to them because they may just be hearing it for the first time. Now, about the marriage issue she was talking about that happens, I'm going to categorize it into 3 issues. First, what she failed to tell you is a system that happens to girls who get pregnant out of wedlock. We call it Umvulabo in my side, the Southeast. So due to the Igbos having this high level stigma and taboo of, how do I explain it? You know, you got hello?
I'm with you. We are with you. We
You
can
got
hear you.
pregnant out of wedlock.
Okay. Yeah.
You got pregnant out of wedlock. You're bringing stigma to the family. You're bringing, embarrassment to the family. They marry you off to an elder woman who, one, doesn't have a child, or she has children, but she does not have a male child.
Oh.
Or her son or husband is dead, and she doesn't want that lineage closed. So she would get her husband's brother or relatives to get you pregnant so that you can have children and she can still maintain her husband's name. That's one. Two, when such situations happen or occur, in the case of where the woman does not have her own male issue or has no child, she can bring in a woman, a younger girl who got pregnant out of wedlock with the consent of her husband, and her husband gets to sleep with that girl and get the girl pregnant. So you see, the child still has the husband's DNA, but he may not have a DNA. When the children are born, she is the senior mother.
Are you sure it's the same? Is the same thing like what she said?
I'm getting to a point, and the woman is the junior mother. But this is where it is a little bit tricky. It depends on the attitude of the senior woman who married that woman, because that woman is now her wife. That's how it's seen traditionally, that she married her own wife. Now, let us be factual. We have gotten into modernization. You asked her a certain question, would she want her daughter to do that? Obviously, she would not want her daughter to do that.
I take that back. They said I shouldn't have said that, so I take that back.
Now with modernization and how we go into things, certain cultures quietly fade. Some of these cultures come into existence out of necessity or difficult situations. But with the help of science, you have IVF, you have surrogacy, you have adoption. Women have better opportunities to pick other choices. Women are no longer enabling situations that may be difficult to them. Even though presently these cultures are prevalent, it is not like anybody gets that girl pregnant. Sometimes it is maintained that it has to be a relative so that the bloodline is the same, not just any random person. It's always the relative or the man's kinsman. Now, down to the Calabari people she talked of, the little I do know about them, at times they insist that their daughter, before getting married, either the first daughter or last daughter, gives birth to a child that will assist them at home. In a situation where the man does not have a male child, he could ask the daughter to, she could get married, but that husband is not formally recognized to have children. All these situations were created by culture in olden days to alleviate or ameliorate issues of not having children. We had a way of sorting it out. Are they good? They may be good 60%. They may not be good 40%. Over years, do we still want such culture? Many people may not want to go down that line.
That's a good question.
Even those who go to do it secretly may not want it. But one thing I do know, the children are not maltreated. The children are properly integrated into the community. They exist with the community and they function because you can trace their bloodline. You just don't get a random person to do it. And as for the surrogacy issue, it's not a terrible thing. It's actually good.
Yeah.
It's actually good. It's just the way we African women, we like to go about with our hypocrisy, our pretense, and our lies. You will see somebody doing surrogacy, and she too should be carrying fake pregnancy.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Who are you trying to deceive? You are having a surrogacy. It's something you talk about. White women are more expressive about it. And when you come out to say it, you don't allow anybody blackmail you.
What is going on now? Yes.
Everybody understands what you're going through.
Exactly. Be transparent about it. So somebody doesn't come to blackmail you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's all I just wanted to say.
But I think
have a lovely day.
Hold on, don't go yet. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what you
I'm
are
with
trying
you.
to explain earlier is different from what she was saying. Or is it the same thing?
She didn't take her time to explain it. She didn't take her time to let you understand it. You don't dump your culture on people. You have to explain that culture to them so they can understand your point of view. You don't get defensive when somebody is
Because
asking you
I
a
think
question.
our own
Because
case.
when you do, it's like you're hiding something.
Hold on, don't go yet. What she was saying was that if they think somebody is not giving birth, they can bring in somebody to start giving birth in that family.
Absolutely
So
rubbish. Which person's child are you going to bring and tell them that they are coming to do child delivery services?
okay, that was where I got confused and I asked that question, that how can you just bring somebody?
No.
Are you saying it is not done? Or it's not done the way she
You
said
can't
it's
just,
done?
because you're not having children, you cannot just go and bring in somebody and let them start having children for you. There is a procedure. You see these women now who come in, some of them are married. The difference is that that woman goes to marry them, and she does it with the consent of her husband or her husband's kinsman. I don't know why she did such a no-go explanation for you.
They are actually married to the family. Not as if they will just bring them to start having children.
Yes, they are. I know a living example, and the children still exist today. Even the children are big, they have married.
Because my question is, okay, if she's just inside that house to just give birth, does it mean after giving birth, they will now, what's going to happen to her? Who is going to marry her? You know, those are the questions that was running through my brain.
Guess the word I used initially? I said the senior wife marries that woman. You see, I still
like
married.
No, we do. If that
me?
If that is what you are saying, then we do that in Yoruba. They used to do that in Yoruba land too in those days.
Oh, I'm not aware
Remember,
of that.
yes, if that is what you mean. Because even Abraham in the Bible, remember Sarah was the one that brought the house up and so yeah, start sleeping with us since I cannot have a child. Remember?
Yes.
Yes. So in Yoruba land, in those days, a woman can tell the husband and say, let's marry this woman since I can't give you a child. And she will be the one that will actually look for that woman for the husband. So I don't know if it is still the same thing or if it is a different thing. And if you now look at it with what we are discussing now.
Let me show you there's a slight difference in it. You know, in this one, she goes to look for the woman, and maybe her and her husband marries the woman. In this case now,
okay,
that woman being married is married by the elder woman who went to marry her. She is that woman's wife. She will actually go with some kinsmen if the husband feels like he will go. Because understand that the man did not want a new wife. It is the woman who wanted children. Let me give you an example now. Let's say your husband let's say the man has random 3 wives. And in his 3 wives, his 2 of his wives has children. So maybe among them he has 12 children already. The 3rd wife does not have children, or she has only female children. She may tell her husband that she wants to marry her own wife to be able to have a male issue. The husband will approve of it. He may send his relatives to go with her. The wife is her wife. Whatever the wife inherits, the wife will always inherit from that woman who married her. For instance, if the woman has farmland, when farmlands are being shared, it is from the farmland of the woman who married her that she gets her own farmland to farm. So she's actually a wife, but she's the wife of that woman. That first and second wife, she cannot have the same equal rights with the first and second wife and the 3rd wife. She has equal rights from the 3rd wife who married her. I don't know if you're clear on that, if you get me.
Well, the caller is still saying it's not the same thing, that you are saying something different.
Oh, well, she knows what she's saying.
Yeah, because if this particular one you are saying is even still happening till now. This particular one you are talking about is still happening till now, even in Yoruba land. So, in Yoruba, yes, where a woman, if the woman cannot conceive, she can give the husband the opportunity to marry another woman and even be the one to look for the other woman. So, they say it's not the same thing. But this one that I'm still
where I didn't get the caller right was when she said any random man can come and sleep with the woman. No, it's not any random man. It's always the relatives of the man. It's only if the relatives of the man refuses.
In the compound,
Are you getting me? Yes. If the relatives, like his cousins or his brothers or his cousins, they say, no, I don't feel like sleeping with the woman you married. I don't want to do it. For instance, if the man is dead now, let's say the man did not birth a child, and his son is dead. His son did not birth a child. She goes and marries a woman. And now she asks her husband's relatives to help her pregnant the woman. So to maintain, are you getting it? So that the bloodline will still be within the family. And they decline. That's when she can look for somebody outside. But it must be at least someone from the village or a closer village. You don't take it far so that it doesn't, that's how we explain it in Igbo traditionally. If there are Igbo men who want to talk, if they want to be open, they will explain to you what I'm saying. So you are not going far to bring in any other bloodline. It is something they can easily trace within themselves. So she shouldn't use the word any random man. The woman is not a bottle that you come in, you go out. No, she's someone's wife.
Oh, girl. All right, thank you very much. If you want to talk on this, thank you so much, on this traditional thing, in a long thing. But we are just looking at, you know, doing things right. If people have to, so let me let you go.
Obviously, now we're going to be frank about it's fading because there are better options now for women. There are options for you to get children. If you do know that we women, we can be a little bit difficult. So now that you have an option of getting your own, you can go about it, because it's not everybody who goes to marry is a wife and the wife starts having children at times that can really go through it, because it's psychological for her. She can't have and someone else can have. You get me, Auntie Aduni?
Thank you. Yeah. Sure.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
You too. You see, this cultural thing is always very okay. It's okay. Let me give this person as an Igbo lady. Let me give her opportunity to speak. Because surrogates, culture thing, even though I want us to drop it, I don't want anybody feeling offended at the same time that their culture is run down or watered down. Hello. But of course, some things are a shock to me hearing this afternoon. Go ahead. You are Igbo, that's why I call you back. Oh, yeah.
The lady that called is also cultural. I hope it's okay if I explain it.
Yes. Especially, he explained between the first caller and her.
Different things, eh? In my own side, where I come from, I'm from Anambra.
Okay.
And in Anambra, where I come from, the local government where I come from, the first daughters usually don't marry. Not mandatory.
The first daughter don't marry.
But just like and especially if you have a home where you have.
Hold on, please. I can't hear you, sis. We can't hear you.
The daughter takes it upon herself.
Hello, sis. You were not clear. So can you start from where you said the first daughter don't marry? Is that what you mean?
Okay, yes. No, not all cases. In some cases.
Okay.
Where have all girls. The first daughter is chosen to carry on the name of the lineage or of that of her father. So all her sisters marry, and of course, when a man pays your dowry, that child you give birth to belongs to the man. But if you give birth in your father's house without dowry on your head, the child you give birth to belongs to your father.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think we have heard of that several times.
Yes. So the first daughters will not marry. Not in all cases, and it's not nobody forces you. It's a choice. But it's more like you sacrifice yourself to prolong the name of your father. Sometimes it's a sacrifice you don't do out of joy, it's out of pain, but it is culture, unfortunately. There are many cultural things that happen. That
is it still happening till now?
It is what it is.
Is it still happening till now?
Yes. Wow. And I can say it because my auntie is in that situation.
Wow.
So no husband, 4 children.
Oh, she has kids. How did she have children?
Yeah.
How did she have children?
And everybody knows it's her choice. Nobody criticizes her for it.
Wait, I asked, how did she have children if she didn't marry?
She didn't marry. She just, I don't want to use the word random men because it sounds derogatory. But if she chose the men that she chose to have children with, that's her choice. But those children are her father's. and nobody has the right over them. But she chose the men. Nobody forced any man on her, no.
Wow.
Again, different cultures, some of those cultural things might sound unpleasant, but it is what it is. In some cases, women don't mind. But is it good in today's time and era? No. And who are we to say a culture is not good? Because it's not pleasant in our ears.
But can the lady say she doesn't want to?
Yeah, she can. She has a choice. But like I said, in most cases, it's a choice she makes. It's almost like she sacrificed herself. That's the best way to put it. She might not be happy with the decision, but she does it.
But I said, can she make a choice not to do it? Even if that is what obtains in the family?
She can.
Is she allowed? Okay. So it's a decision.
She can. It's her decision. But most times, make decision based on that duress. It's not like, I don't want to, everybody will leave her. No, there will be pressure. Is this what you want to do? Don't you want your father's name to continue? You know there will be pressure. And she too knows that if I don't do this, all the property or the wealth my father would have gotten, it goes to maybe his brother or it goes to one relative in somewhere. She sacrifices herself. For not the better word to use.
What if she has other siblings? They won't share the property among them or whatever among them?
Well, in some parts of the East, women don't inherit. Recently, yes, but women don't inherit.
Oh, is it changing now? You said recently.
It's changing. It is changing. It is changing.
Okay, so that means culture is bound to change with time.
I'm sorry?
I said that means it's bound to change.
Those things, you see, the thing about culture is transient. It will change with time. It looks like with surrogacy now, if a woman doesn't want to have a woman in her house, she can try to have surrogates and have a woman to have children for her, or adopt the children and put them in her house. It's the same thing.
Okay, somebody said now Supreme Court force Samu. Ah. They say now Supreme Court force. Which one called Supreme Court force? Is it the inheritance or which one?
Which is good. But before now, women don't inherit in Anambra.
Wow.
In fact, I don't want to just name the place. Yeah.
Those so that people won't feel offended.
Yeah, I don't want to name the particular part in Anambra that is. If I know people will not argue, you will see the comments, yes, but let's leave it there.
Okay. So, thank you very much.
But again, like I said, some cultures are not pleasant in the ears, but it happens.
And is it all about women or both man and woman that suffers it?
Yeah, I remember there was a time. Yes, there was a time I used to kick so much against this culture of women. You know, when at the demise of the husbands, when you bury the woman, cuts their hair, they shave up, and I found that actually there's also the part for men, but the only part that we hear is the part for women.
Okay, which part is for men?
And maybe that's the part I heard because I'm a woman.
So which part is for men? Which part is for men?
No, the women, you shave your hair. No, the men too, they don't shave, they don't bath, they don't keep themselves clean. They go through some kind of unclean practice. But maybe because it's men. John, I don't know if that's clear.
Yeah.
Men will be men, but they also go through cultural...
Some procedures.
What's the word? Widowhood, yes. Wow. But it's more pronounced and more derogatory because it's a woman, not because the men don't go through it too.
Wow. All right, thank you so much. What I'm saying? Yeah.
The men go through it, but I don't want to use the word that nobody cares. No, that's not the word. It doesn't carry the same weight as what women go through. That's the word. Because most times women tend to suffer.
Well, I think most of these things with time will fade off, Sha. I think so.
Yeah, with time, yeah.
Like in those days.
Or maybe the Supreme Court comes in and makes an injunction.
You know, in those days, in Yoruba land, one man will marry 4 wives and they stay inside under one roof. Nobody does that anymore.
I didn't even know Supreme Court had to come in and make an injunction that women... Now, I thought it was over a period of time. Maybe each community decided, no, let's change this. I didn't know it was a Supreme Court injunction. So maybe the Supreme Court will come in one day and say, no, this culture has to end.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
All right, then. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And that is why I believe that even the surrogacy issue that my sister explained to us, that they can bring a woman in and she will start having children for people, and at the end of the day she can either stay and go, and yet she's not married to that family. Then what becomes of her if she decides to leave? Who is going to marry her after having 3 4 children for another family, and she decides she doesn't want to stay with them and she wants another life for herself? How easy will it be for that woman? So I want to believe with time, a lot of things will go into extinction and things will change, because you see this surrogacy thing, it's all about a woman who doesn't want another wife for the husband. It's all about avoiding your husband marrying another wife. In those days, that is what they do. You know, not only that, Yoruba do it too. I know Yoruba do that too, whereby ẹ jẹ́ a máa lọ o, ẹ jẹ́ a máa lọ, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ má jẹ́ a gbé kọ́ọ̀lù mọ́. Please, so that I can go. This is about almost 3 hours now, 2.5 hours. You know, so things will change with time, I believe. Because when you look at these things, most of these things are women, they suffer and pass. That's why, and that was one of the reasons why I threw that question to my sister, even though some of you find it offensive. I have a daughter. Will I put my daughter through that kind of tradition? Will I want my daughter in that tradition? And if you say you are part of that tradition or culture, that means you are most likely to find yourself doing it too. That was why I say, èmi ò gbọ́rọ̀ eléyìí rí. You just go and pick one woman, somebody will go and marry the woman and bring her in. And you see this surrogacy thing, with the way things are now. Please, Emma Jagbe, come, I want to go. I have to go. This surrogacy thing as it is, the way it's going, what me I'm discussing particularly on this show, let's leave the cultural one. If cultural is accepting it, in the modern days, modern city, where things are not cultural, they will not accept it. That is why I feel we shouldn't have brought it into it, because could it work? If you are doing it where you are coming from and you think it's normalized, it's something that anybody can just do, in this dispensation, no. Just like even in this place too, people who do it too are always compensated. Well, finances should not be the reason why you want to do it. People do it for love. People do it because they care for that person. People do it because they feel they are still useful and they can use that, just like donating organs and all the rest. That is how it is. But now we see that people who want to do it are wicked. People who want to do it for somebody, they self are greedy. This is why it's becoming problem. And I want to believe, as time is going, with the way it is going, Nigerian government will just have to stand up and do it the right way and make sure there is law guiding it, so that vulnerable people will not be taken advantage of. For example, somebody that has never given birth should not do that kind of a thing. No, they should not be encouraged. A young lady should not be encouraged to go and do that kind of a thing, because anything can happen. What if she talon pè tí mo ní kẹ́ni ṣẹ́ni yín wo show ni? Hello. Ṣé bó wà lórí show? Mo ní pé mi ò fẹ́ gbé call mọ́. Ó yá mo ń wẹ̀. Ó yá fast.
Mommy, Emma,
Oh, yeah, fast.
The only thing I wanted to say is I just want to quickly make a comparison. People who are saying people should not talk about culture or speak about people's culture because it's disrespect or anything like that. I just want something. Slavery. Let's think about this thing. Was slavery a good culture? Was it a culture? Yes or no? Yes, it was a culture. And some people benefited from it massively.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, there are people who to this day are still suffering from the result of slavery, even though it has been abolished. Am I right or right?
You are right.
Even though it has been abolished, what made people to abolish slavery? It is because it is unethical. So yes, some cultures are being practiced and they've been done like that for millions of years or as long as the world exists. But even if it's still ongoing, that does not make it right.
Amen.
It is still not ethical.
Thank you
and
very much.
One day, somebody will wake up and smell the coffee.
You are right.
Maybe it will be changed. Maybe it would not be. But that shouldn't it shouldn't be determining that it is how it has always been done. It doesn't make sense. That's what I want to say. Let's always look.
Maybe she made mistake. Slavery wasn't a culture. What she's trying to say, I get the point where she's trying to make, is that our people were involved in it. That's what she's trying to say. They were involved in it. They were the one even that encouraged these people to come and carry us. Some of them, they say a bottle of wine, I'll be waiting and talk. But let's leave that aspect. I understand the angle she was trying to make it. It wasn't a culture, but she's just trying to say that it was bad. Some people benefited from it. Some people never saw anything bad in it, but yet they were making money out of it. Now, this surrogacy thing we are talking of, now see what baby farmers are doing. See how they are carrying people on the road, kidnapping young girls, locking them up and all that. This is why we should speak against it. It's not something that should just be done and say it is being done. Things should be done right. That is just it. Things should be done. If you not read well, come and tell us what you read. No be all of us go read. How many things we won't read? As I finish now, they go work. No be all of us go read everything. The one way you read, tell us. And if you tell us, we go still ask question. This time, a question as I be asked, I go ask question. So don't tell us, you people should read more and shekine. That's not nice, okay? That is not nice. It doesn't mean we are not reading. Knowing your code, we cannot know everything. We cannot know. We are not Igbo, just like you are not Yoruba. There are some things about Yoruba that you may not know. Just like there are a lot of things about Igbo. Me, I never pass IM in Lagos. If I pass Lagos, and when I go school and it doesn't mean I have to know everything. I was biased. Báwo ni mo ṣe wà biased? Because I was shocked with what you said. How was I biased? Please, 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 please. I know that was why you were saying that thing. Please, don't insult me, please. How was I biased? Káàbọ̀ ọkọ mi. How was your day? Because I ask you question. No be so I dey ask question. You never know as I dey do for this channel. If some people don't ask question, me I go ask. I ask. Yes, I asked that question. So don't tell me that I was biased. I was never biased. You're telling me to go and read. I know that your comment was directed at me, saying go and read. That's an insult. Go and read what? Wọ́n yín lè bú àgbà now. To go and read what? After all, one of your Igbo people call in to disagree with you. Please. You say go and read. In other words, I don't know anything. Now, waiting, I know I go talk. And that's why it's an interactive something. I give people opportunity to call in and talk. But it doesn't mean I will not ask questions. But the way you are making, when you were talking about that thing, you were talking as if it's an acceptable thing. It doesn't mean it can't be questioned. BBC can do documentary on it where they can question why it has to be done on that. Ní sọ̀rọ̀ sí yẹn. Ní sọ pé a normal thing ni pé because it's a culture. Is that not the reason why so many so many baby farm is existing in the East? They will mention this baby farm is from the East. Mention this baby farm. Of course, they say some of them are in Ibadan, but most are coming from the East. Let's talk about the right thing now. They are kidnapping people's children. They are kidnapping people's children, young girls, to go and be giving birth. That's very wrong. We see a lot of things going on. And a lot of these women are the one enabling it. Àbá nǹkan náà máa gbọ́ ọmọ fún at the end of the day. Meanwhile, láyé ọmọ kan ti bàjẹ́ fún tiwọn. You will spoil somebody's child, they will go and spoil somebody's life to build their own life. No matter me ò lè kàwé púpọ̀ mọ́ wọn bá tí n bá lè kà ni. It's the only one I can read, I will read. This is not the stage I want to start poking nose into everything. If I travel now, it's to go and have fun. It's not to go and learn anything. Waiting, I won't learn again. This is why social studies, we learn some things in social studies, but not deeply. Not deeply at all. When people don't buy your idea, don't say they are biased. Nobody is biased here. People were just shocked about hearing that. Irú nǹkan báyìí ń ṣẹlẹ̀. We don't know. That is just it. We don't know and we don't know. I didn't agree with you. Why should I agree with you when I don't know about it? Why should I agree with you when I don't know about it? I said, I didn't even disagree with you. I was only asking questions when you were saying they can just speak. I said they can just speak. Can anybody, I was now questioning, can anybody allow that kind of a thing? To go just allow somebody come and pick your daughter, and what you are picking that daughter for is to come and start giving baby. Emma Binu, that's just it. But somebody will just come and pick my daughter. Oh, after all, I'm a mother. So somebody will just come and pick my daughter and say they are picking out, because that was the way you were putting it. That the woman will go out and pick a woman and bring it in for the wife, for the husband, and the husband will start carrying, or any man in that compound will start carrying the woman, and she will start giving birth. Ìyẹn ló yà mí lẹ́nu pé nílùú wo, in which country? She said she didn't put it that way. When we finished, listen to the conversation again. That was why I became confused. I said, they will pick somebody, you just carry somebody picking. That was when I threw that question, can you allow it? They will just come and carry my picking. Even if she's an adult. And me as the mother, I will just look. They will just carry her, go inside that house. She go begin born for them. They no go marry her. But I want to buy the other color idea that she will be married. Then that is understandable. They marry her into that family. Not to use her to have baby, and after having baby, that's if she like, let her stay. If she like, go. If she likes, stay in that family. If she doesn't like, let her go. Her life is ruined. After giving birth to how many children? Oh yeah, make we dey go before una begin fight. Ire o. Hold on, I no go come again tomorrow, today. Una don't stress me. I no go come in the evening. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. And I don't even take my time more than today. So, bye. Cashier. See ya. I dey go store sef. I have many things to do today.